What is up, VeChain family? What a way to start this space. Thank you, Satoshi. I hope you all are pumped for an amazing discussion today. We have some great leaders in this ecosystem who have all been working together behind the scenes since this last space to put this together. And so before we get started, I want to give a shout out to the long, and when I say long list of projects that have all been a part of this to help make this happen. Going down the list, shout out to the Bomber Squad, Division, Exo Worlds, Inca Empire, Kickback Koala, New Pigs Order, No Nerds, Non-Fungible Bit Club, Mad V Apes, Mino Mobs, Psycho Beasts, Save Haven, Shamanic Oracles, Shark Gang, Smuzzies, Yukio Warriors, V Fox Alliance, V Punks, V Corgi, V Fam Radio, V Kings, Anonymous, VC, Virtual Flame Studios, War Dogs, World of V, and last but not least, VeChain Foundation. Thank you all for joining us here. We are very excited to kick things off. I'm here with two amazing co-hosts, Satoshi Nakamoto and Ferd. How are we doing today, gentlemen?
Damn it, Tig, you're already messing up. I told you I was letting you go first today. You're going first today. But I'm doing well. I'm excited. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, doing well. Man, this has been a long time in the making, so much work behind the scenes to put this together. Really cool to see all the projects and people come together to kind of achieve this goal and put on this event for the community, because at the end of the day, that's what it's really all about, is the community. So for all of us to kind of work towards one common goal, it was really cool to see. Getting everybody's input on what we should talk about, what we should do, the giveaways, just kind of putting everything together to put this on for the community has been really awesome. And it just shows that when we work together, we can achieve great things. So I'm excited about it, man. I'm excited to hear from the projects and the people behind them.
Well, let's get started here, because we've got a lot that we're going to be getting through. And let's kick things off with an agenda before we start to hear from some of our speakers that we already have up here. For today's space, we are going to have 5 key action items that we're going to go over. To kick things off here in a moment, we are going to be going over some onboarding resources for VeChain and from some of the project leaders and influencers here about what we're doing behind the scenes to help create these and work alongside the foundation. Then we're going to have our first giveaway. After that, we're going to jump into the next topic, Stocktwits, which is an awesome platform that we have tons of eyes that don't know what's happening here in this ecosystem, but hold VeChain. So we're trying to get exposure to that whole platform. The following action item will be about finding new VeChain projects to give them a platform to come into this ecosystem, interact with us, but also allow us to challenge them, which will inspire innovation. Make sure that duplicate efforts aren't being brought into the ecosystem, as well as, stop from supporting any rugs that may be entering. And then the one that I think everyone is excited to talk about is working with the VeChain Foundation. I'm assuming we'll hear some pretty cool updates from them as we have them up here today, but we're going to be talking about what this ecosystem is doing directly with the foundation today and what the world of tomorrow is going to look like. And then we'll finish things off with some questions from the community. So that is going to be the space today. We're going to try and keep it to 2 hours, but let's hear from some of our speakers here of just, what are their thoughts on everything as we get started. And I'll kick things off here with Safe Haven.
Hey, Connor, thank you so much for letting us kick it off. Just to get things started, I wanted to go over what we're donating for the prize pool. So Safe Haven, our flagship product, is Inherity. It's a decentralized inheritance platform that offers military-grade and quantum-proof decentralized inheritance plans. So we thought it would be good to offer 5 safe keys and 20,000 SHA. So 5 individuals will win essentially a code that allows them to order a FIDO2 safe key device, and they'll also receive 20,000 SHA on their private wallet of choice. And that will cover the 10,000 SHA fee to create an Inherity plan on the platform. But just to kick things off on as far as how we can provide onboarding resources for the VeChain ecosystem and the projects.
Well, here, before we go into that, want to give everybody around the horn, and then we'll toss it back to you because I know you're going to kick us off with that topic.
Oh, my bad, brother. Sorry, I wasn't trying to shoot the gun on that.
You are chilling. I love the prize pool that you're bringing in. It is a great solution. I have one myself, so really excited about it. But let's hand it over to Exo Worlds to share their initial thoughts as we get ready to get started here.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm really glad to be here. Thanks so much for having us. I think it's great that all the leaders are getting together, that we are getting a solid, institution between us all that can help the community. So I'm super excited about that. Do you want me to introduce myself?
Yeah, of course. Feel free to
Awesome.
introduce yourself for some of the individuals that haven't met you yet, as we have a lot of people in this space right now, 178 so far. So great start.
Amazing. Well, hey, everyone. My name is Lucas St. Lawrence. I'm here with my Chief of Operations, William Campbell. We are the founders and leaders of Exoworlds, a sci-fi MMORPG metaverse. We have been known on Twitter as the VeChain Brothers. We are also managing partners at VeChain Stats, which owns one of the 101 VeChain Authority nodes. So thanks for having us, and I'm really excited to spitball with the rest of the leaders here and really build something amazing for our community and this network.
Thank you, Exoworlds. We are pumped to have you here. I'm excited for the discussion today. Let's hand it over to World of V. World of V, please introduce.
Hi guys, it's Liver here. I'm speaking from my account as I'm pretty sick and I don't think I will be able to stay on for the entire days. G is co-hosting, I would say, with me under the World of V account, so I guess it will take over later on. Just a small intro about myself. I'm Liver, as I said before, and I represent World of V, which is the first and the largest NFT marketplace on VeChain. We've been running for over a year. And regarding this space, we're glad to be here with all the project leaders. It's a really good time to work together and, to achieve what we all want, to give more exposure to VeChain and bring more people in the ecosystem. Thank you.
Thank you, World of V team, for joining us. And of course, we wouldn't be here without the core layer one that brings us all together. And it looks like before I jump over to that core layer one, we had our other amazing leading marketplace, VC, join us. VC, you want to introduce yourselves before we hand it over to VeChain?
Testing.
You are good to go. We got you live, Brad.
Sorry, guys. Spinning around a lot. It's been crazy over here. It's getting a little late, too. But couldn't miss this for the world. Thank you. Yes, this is Brad behind the VC account. Been around the ecosystem for a long time, but started a marketplace last November-ish. And yeah, just here to have a good time. Looking forward to what everyone has to say.
Well, let's get the good time rolling. And I guess last but not least, let's hear from, Demetrius and the foundation. Team, any words that you have to share with us as you get ready to join us on this space today?
Let's leave the foundation to speak first, and I go last, guys.
Thank you, Dimitri. Hey guys, pleasure to be among you all. My name is Jake. Some of you may know me as Solomon Grundle. I've actually been leading foundation communications for a little while now, and playing a lot more proactive role in community management. So some of you will have met me. Some of you may know me from my Reddit days. But yeah, I'm now up here on the foundation platform, eager to collaborate with all you guys as best we can and raise the whole ecosystem up. I'm a community member at heart as well, and it's an honor to be able to be here amongst you all, and let's take it up a level.
Well, let's take it up a level. And as we get ready to get started here, we have over 200 people in this space right now. Please throw a like, throw a retweet on this space. Let's continue to get this out here, and let's jump into our first action item. I know Safe Haven was getting ready to jump right into it, so let's kick things off with talking about some onboarding resources for VeChain and how we can help work together as an ecosystem to unite some core messaging that will help increase, some odds for mass adoption. Safe Haven, take it away.
All right, thanks, Connor. So I'm going to mainly stick to 2 products within our product suite for this topic on the agenda, because I don't want to take up too much time, because we're going to come back later to talk about SafeSwap whenever we speak on working with the VeChain Foundation and how projects from other blockchains can come port over to VeChain and utilize the protocols that they have to offer. So kicking it off, we have ThorBlock, which is essentially a decentralized fundraising platform. So in short, people can connect their multi-chain DeFi wallet to the ThorBlock platform, and need to have 100,000 SHA on their wallet to establish a pool. And it's as simple as setting up the title, the description of what you're trying to raise funds for. And once the maximum goal is hit, then the funds essentially get released to the destination address that set up the pool. and 1% of the actual funds raised go towards the node utility reward pool. So there's actual utility going towards our node ecosystem when people utilize our platform. So that's a tool that people could utilize within their community to raise funds for any purposes whatsoever. We initially created that for ICO purposes, but like I said, you could use that for fundraising or charity, whatever, and so on. That's Storyblok in a nutshell. And the other product, it's our flagship product, Inherit. So Inherit, it's a decentralized inheritance platform. It offers military-grade encryption, AES-256, which then gets fragmented into multiple plan shares, most of which are cold stored on the SafeKey hardware devices, which are our hardware security module devices. And some of the plan shares are stored on the actual VeChain blockchain, the validation share and the backup share. The validation share is the plan share required to unlock the critical data so that the beneficiaries can essentially log into their private wallet or their father and mother's private wallet, right? So the reason why I'm bringing up Inherit is we offer a B2B2C Inherit integration for any projects that want to build with us. And what that means in a nutshell is they get a fancy link that they can attach to a button on their platform. And whenever their users click that button, they'll get brought to Inherit. After they create an Inherit plan, 5% of the service fee, roughly 498 SHA, will go towards that project's foundation wallet. And then that foundation can set up some really cool community features, such as having all that SHA go towards the community who stakes their NFTs, for example. So you could set up an NFT staking pool for that community and say everybody who stakes NFTs gets a portion of the SHA that's been accumulated over the last quarter, the last 2 quarters. And that's the way that an ecosystem can ensure that their NFTs and utility tokens will remain accessible all of eternity, while also giving benefit back to the community and some rewards. So those are the 2 primary products I wanted to cover on how we can help people onboard resources within VeChain and their community. And as I said earlier, I'll save SafeSwap for the later agenda for helping people get atomic swapping protocols to have their utility tokens go on VeChain so that they can have smart contracts on VeChain and essentially utilize VTHO.
Well, I think that's interesting, as a point to kind of like add on to some of our steps when on VeChain wallets. It's always, hey, download, sync to VeChain Thor, set up, get some VTHO. Maybe this is another step that all projects kind of look to work toward. One, because it kicks some fees back to, us as project leaders and just some community wallets. But 2, I think it actually, brings a unique value to VeChain onboarding. We're not only going to onboard you, but we're going to protect your assets at the same time, and at least encourage you to do that, offer that out of the gate. I think that's something unique that, I'm not seeing all over the place. What are some of the other people we have up here? And feel free to raise hands if you've got a thought, and we'll go around the room. But jump in right after this.
I'm going to step in and say you pointed it to the people up here, but I want to hear from people down in the crowd. And it's something that in a lot of these spaces I have seen leverage really well is make sure people are down there commenting. And I want you guys up here in the speaker panel to be perusing through that thread. Go down there, involve some people from the crowd, get some ideas from people. So I want to encourage all 200 plus people in this room, retweet, do all that shit. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. But also start commenting in there because I'm going to be down there listening and responding to stuff. So if you have any specific questions to us or answers to these questions, throw it in there. We'll read them out while we're up here. These stages are small.
Couldn't agree more. And just because it doesn't get covered, during this portion, doesn't mean it won't at the, community questions portion at the end. So absolutely great points there. Let's keep the conversation going. What are some other thoughts?
I mean, to actually directly answer that question, we're talking about bridging over and adopting people and stuff. I think there's something that, and over the last 6 months, I've been really trying to distill the edge that we have, right, as a blockchain and what we can do to really onboard people and what the difference maker is, right? Difference maker is needed for everyone because blockchains are blockchains. And whenever I really think on it and reflect about adoption, it really comes down to our edge that is fee delegation. And that is something that I want to communicate out to everyone. I know both our marketplaces support that. I know several tools throughout the ecosystem support it. That is the edge that we have across all of crypto. And that is the ability to bridge people into our ecosystem without them having to have the obligation of any kind of token. You're starting to see this kind of stuff come into place with things like the Reddit adoption of NFTs and those people having to come in, they get their NFT that's worth a bunch. And once they have that, they're not able to do anything with it because they don't have any native assets. And the only way for them to be able to interact with a blockchain once they have this thing in their hand is to do this whole rigmarole of going through centralized exchanges and doing blah, 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 and trying to get money or begging for someone from a faucet. The edge that we have and the edge that I want to really cement in everyone's head whenever they communicate with people is that we have fee delegation, which is something that is truly unique to VeChain and a small handful of protocols, which they don't do it as elegantly as we do at the protocol level. So that is a real difference maker when it comes Web 2 to Web 3, because us being native and dealing with friction and being able to go around, do all that stuff and actually interact with chains, we are the exception. We are not the rule. So we need to understand the power that has for a lot of other people that can maybe become self-sovereign with their things, which is hugely important. I think ownership rights is something that we all can connect with. And then also being able to interact with blockchain technology. That is a real difference maker. And that's where our edge is.
I love those points, Brett. I think you absolutely hit that on the head. I can remember, my first times interacting with some other chains. I had to use a faucet, and I actually had to DM a person on Twitter that I trusted and said, any way you can send me some to get started so I can actually navigate this damn ecosystem. So I think that is a great point. We had Jordan, then Lucas, then Demetrius.
Hey everybody, I'm Jordan. I'm on the Stoner Punks team, and this is actually exactly what I wanted to talk about today. So if I could just have a couple minutes. So one of the defining aspects of VeChain projects is the community. The community is often the first thing that people notice about VeChain products, and it's one of the first things that they tell other people about VeChain products. So with that said, our community is a unique asset that we should all be engaging and using to our advantage. So my message for everybody today is to be proactive. In fact, I would encourage you all to even just, make a small note or something, put it where you see it every day, be proactive. You don't need a lot of money to, invest huge amounts of time or energy to be, a participant in the community. There's plenty of things you can do. Some of the things that are nice and easy, you can like and retweet posts. That's easy. It's effective. It doesn't cost you anything. You can participate in Twitter Spaces just like you all are today. Participate in project events. Almost every day of the week, there's some project doing a game or events. You can win stuff too. There's tons of giveaways. I win giveaways all the time, in these contests and games and stuff. It kind of pays for itself even. Also look at what skills you think you might be able to offer the community, and then just simply put yourself out there. Approach some of your favorite projects and just ask if there's anything you can do or, anything they need help with. And I'm sure they'll be happy to hear from you. Worst things can happen is they say no and thank you, these are your investments. Be active about them and, push them. And lastly, have fun. And when you do, share about it. Let people in other ecosystems know how much fun we're having in VeChain. The market's down, but we're still having a blast. So, let everybody know what's going on. So that's it. Again, be proactive. Stoner Punks drop tomorrow. Thank you, everybody.
Jordan, I think that was great points. I think the one thing that really stands out to me is having fun and participating because of this fee delegation. One story I have, and I think he's down in the crowd. One of my team members of Atlantis Capital, his name is Luke. He has a Mad V Ape, and Mad V Apes has a fight club, and in that fight club you can earn rewards. Well, he has a very low ranking ape in that kind of tier of apes. He competed in the fight club, just kind of going in to have a good time. Well, he won and paid back his entire initial investment and then some. And so going and having fun, actually brought some financial rewards to him. And I think that is common in basically every single Discord I have seen in VeChain, whether it be War Dogs, whether it be Virtual Flame Studios, whether it be V Kings, whether it be Mino Mobs, whoever it is, we're seeing that all the time. So I love that there. Lucas, and then Demetrius, and then over to Safe Haven.
Awesome. Well, hey, Jordan, I love your energy. I loved all your comments, and I think you're 100% right. And to touch on Brett, what you were talking about, fee delegation, it is awesome. It is 100% very unique how we implement it. And, one of the things that ExoWorlds will definitely have to do is start implementing that to get non-crypto users to play the game once we've saturated, our player base. So I'm really excited to get that going. And in terms of the whole general, the topic about helping with onboarding, one of the things that ExoWorlds has seen is it's been incredibly difficult to start a stable Unreal Engine based and have it connect to the blockchain. But we have been learning a couple of different tricks and techniques and tools, and we're really excited to in the medium future start a launch pad for other projects that want to come in, want to develop on VeChain. There'll be a pool of information, knowledge, and plugins and tools that they'll be able to use to start building their games. And of course, that is open to any builder that wants to build on VeChain. So we're really excited to get that kind of game studio launch pad going, so people can really just dive into our community and take advantage of our network and everything it has to offer. So that's my 2 cents.
Hey guys, real quick, I know that a lot of speakers up here talking about V-delegation, and for any of the audience down there that may not know what that is in layman's terms, can somebody that is outside of the VeChain community, or for somebody up here, can you guys explain to people that may not be in the VeChain community right now what V-delegation is in a simple way?
Yeah, so fee delegation essentially means that you're covering the cost of gas for someone else. So basically, they won't have to have the gas token that's required to sign the smart contract to actually have the contract go through. So imagine you having a foundation wallet that's strictly for holding VTHO in the VeChain ecosystem, and you have the smart contract set up to where the fee delegation has the VTHO being pulled from that wallet, so that the user who's on the marketplace doesn't have to pay with the VTHO from their own wallet. In other words, they could have zero on their wallet and still be able to make the smart contract get signed.
Yeah, and real quick, I have to take this moment to give a shout out to Data down there in the listener section with the sign up sheet that he made. And it's a perfect example, because the sign up sheet for this event, you had to sign a transaction on chain. And he put it to where is for that on chain transaction were paid for through the fee delegation. So all the new people who created wallets to join in on this event signed that transaction, and they didn't have any VeChain in their wallet. They didn't have any Vito in their wallet, but they were still able to use the chain and sign that transaction. And I think that's powerful. And King Solomon, like, you created the wallet the other night hanging out in our space. You just jumped in, created a VeChain wallet. You started messing around on VC. You created your profile, which a lot of the things on that profile were on chain. And you were able to do that without any VeChain or Vito in your wallet. So I think that's the power of this fee delegation. And I want to double down on what Brad said. You know, there are millions of NFT projects out there, millions. But what differentiates projects? How can we bring people to VeChain? What can we do to set ourselves apart, right? Well, community is one thing. You can't replicate, you can't duplicate, you can't imitate. You know, community is community. It's either there or it's not. The other thing is something different that we have is fee delegation. You know, we have a super fast, safe, and cheap, and in this case, free a lot of the times on our marketplaces. So that's different. That's something different. Other projects have staking, they got breeding, mutating, all that stuff, but that's something different that we have. And like Brad said, we should be shouting from the rooftops about it, because it really is something that can attract other projects and other people here. You know, if they want to do a lot of things with their NFTs on chain, well, what we have here is very attractive for that. So I want to double down on what Brad said, 100%.
Well, and I think it, even goes a point further. I'm assuming we've got a bunch of degenerates in this chat, and I'm assuming a bunch of those degenerates have things or some account like that. Think about all of the different incentives that they have to, onboard a new user. Hey, if you refer your friend, you both get 100 free bucks. Now you get to navigate and explore all these different bets that you probably wouldn't be able to. It's the same thing happening here. You get to explore these different games, ecosystems, parts of VeChain that you wouldn't be able to in a normal ecosystem out of the gate without that initial investment or somebody, coming over the top and bringing that. And I love that the person who brought that up was not from VeChain. Can we give a huge shout out to King Solomon in this chat right now? I want to see some applause, some hearts. He came over here from Hedera. He is actually the reason that this space is even happening today. So we owe a lot to this individual. He has done some incredible things in that ecosystem, and he is helping push this one forward. So King Solomon, shout out to you, and I'm so glad that you were able to join us today. Thank you so much. And anything that you want to, add in here, now that we've got you.
Oh, no, I just want to sit up and add support. I participated in VetVember, so I'm excited to hear about all the projects and excited to I'll be cooking dinner in the meanwhile. But I mean, what you guys have put together is absolutely insane. And trust me, I know that takes a lot of work to do something like that. And looking forward to this one kind of being the kickoff, allowing all the projects to come up and talk about what they're facilitating. hopefully get some more VeChain wallets created through Sync 2, which I used the other day, which was really easy to use, and VC and World of V, and there's the third one that I'm forgetting of right now.
Black V Market.
Black V Market, yeah. And then, I mean, this should be kind of a kicking off point for, we can do these type of initiatives. Let's make the next one, even bigger, and just keep going from there and try to get as many wallets from outside the ecosystem created on VeChain as possible. So yeah, what you guys have put together is a lot. Happy to sit up here and listen. And if I have any questions that I think might add some value, I certainly will. And hopefully get some people in from my account. So appreciate you guys. Yeah, this is awesome.
Thank you, King Solomon. You are the best. Appreciate you joining us. I know, Demetrius, you had your hand up for some time here about this topic. Let's bring it over to you and the foundation.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dimitris. I'm the head of ecosystem in the foundation. And because you touched some basics there about fee delegations and the Reddit success story, the fee delegation is just the peak of the iceberg what we're having right now in the foundation. We're working with the Dublin office, with the devs under the CTO office and Antonio Sanatore to deliver the tools and the infrastructure to enable and lower the barrier of entry to community, projects, developers, and brands. And why I'm mentioning about the Reddit that Brett mentioned about it, it was also an exercise for us because in the Reddit case, they managed to develop 2.5 million wallets in 3 months. And how they managed to have this success was removing the label of NFT by calling the NFT digital collectibles. And we're talking about a community that is pretty familiar with tech, but still they make it more approachable to the general audience. So the next step I think we're going to see in VeChain is to remove these techie words, these techie explanations, and to approach the general community by providing experience, but also content and fun. And the fee delegation, when I'm trying to explain the fee delegation to most of the people that are not in the blockchain space, you use the blockchain without worrying about the mechanics. It's like taking a train, you trust the train, and you know you're going to reach your destination. This is the fee delegation in the VeChain ecosystem. Along with that, why we're mentioning about what we're going to provide in the next months and years, during the Messari event in New York earlier this autumn, Antonio Sanatore, our CTO, announced the new wallet along with the carbon calculator. The new wallet is more dynamic, more fun than the existing ones. Pretty close to the MetaMask, even better than the MetaMask, I can say. We have been testing for a while. And it comes with the carbon calculator, which goes also on our core about sustainability. Imagine having a whole ecosystem being able to measure their carbon footprint along with the new wallet in the most seamless way you can imagine. Other than that, we need to focus also not only on the crypto community, but also on the general community. It's like the zombie game, to make them become zombies like us. If we can, I don't want to mention this like a fun, but it's the best analogy you can do. It's a zombie game. So we are the minority that understand the technology, and the general community, all they understand is about Web3, fast and experience. So if we manage to merge, not the Ethereum merge. I mean, we don't need that. We have VeChain Foundation for that, so we don't need these forks there. But if we manage to merge the technology with the experience, then the VeChain ecosystem will grow. So instead of trying to duplicate success stories, you can call them success stories because it's like Ponzi schemes. Most of the projects we have seen in the other chains, that they're not really onboarding a real community, but only focusing on crypto community. But if we focus our success in providing real business solutions with experience that are cool and fun on top of our tools, then the VeChain community will grow to the tops. That's the essence of it. So our roadmap as foundation, I'm talking now on the Dublin office, is to provide these tools. As I said, the new wallet is coming up. We're working on it along with the carbon calculator, and also tools like bridging Web3 to the real economy and society. Recently today, we had a close call with a project that is going to test these tools. I cannot name it, but what we got as a feedback was like they're so happy we have these tools. And I know I get a lot of message from the community that's saying VeChain is not doing that, VeChain is not doing that. Yeah, guys, it's one thing to be first in the mountain, it's another thing to be an observer and then deliver. So first doesn't mean success. We observe. I suggest everyone to read the Scout Mindset that talks about scouts, how they observe and are agile to deliver based on the new surroundings. We have seen also the collapse of an exchange, and everyone's saying, "Oh, this is doing well and doing well." Well, guys, we are doing well as well. We're observed and the market and what we need to do in order to be successful. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint. That's all from me, guys.
Damn right, Demetrius. Can we get some hearts and some applause in the chat for a member of the foundation? Because I think, dropped some great points there. I really liked a few of the things you said. One, it's not about being first. And I think that is something that is extremely key. The more I look at VeChain and the more, I've been poking around under the hood, the more I'm realizing that, it's not about being first. It's about being built to last. You all are built for the future. And I think it's, definitely going to become front and center for a lot of people here in the next few years as we see individuals that were not built for the future start to really fall off because they were first, but they weren't here to maintain. The other thing I liked was you talking about the zombies. Yeah, it really is. We sit in kind of this rabbit hole sometimes that I don't think we realize is seeing out of a pinhole. And that's why I think we should probably get ready to move to our next topic here in a second, talking about Stocktwits and getting some exposure to different communities and different individuals that aren't just sitting here on CT all day. I mean, it's great to talk to us, and we know that we're the individuals that are going and relaying that message to all the people that aren't here. But why not bring some more in, especially with this inflection point of where Twitter as a fucking platform is going? I mean, you couldn't be capitalizing on a better time to make this move and bring new users in. It's everybody is talking about it. But the last thing is I saw the VeChain Foundation. Jake, you also had your hand up there. Is there anything that you want to have in before I hand it over to Satoshi, who will kick things off with our first giveaway?
Yeah, I mean, Dimitri put things very well there. I guess, what I just wanted to lend to the conversation when we're talking about that seamless onboarding experience, what we're doing with the wallet at the moment and the kind of dev tools being built, it's literally taking the blockchain out of blockchain. I mean, that's always kind of been VeChain's mission. And, starting to see these things really come to fruition now with the kind of moves in Europe and the technology that's coming. I mean, yeah, I've been testing the wallet myself. It looks amazing, super slick. It's essentially Sync 2 on steroids. It's everything we've got now combined. It's kind of offering that easy onboard, even for developers, kind of stuff we have coming is taking the scary kind of blockchainness out of developing, which is exactly what the real world needs, to be adopted and to integrate. You need to match what already exists and you need to be familiar to some degree. And, when you have the expertise of someone like Antonio Senatore leading the foundation with a kind of business / computer expert mindset, seeing what he's done in the amount of time he's been there. So you can really see things are moving rapidly in a very good direction. So just kind of reinforcing what Dimitri's saying really, but, in terms of the onboarding experience, I think in the first half of next year, it's going to be a huge welcome shock to everyone what's actually been going on, with all these kind of initiatives that will be coming out quite quickly. So yeah, I'm personally very excited, both as someone who heralds back from community times and now someone who's just generally passionate about the technology, and VeChain, obviously seeing what it's saying is very inspirational and exciting to be part of.
Next year is going to be a lot of fun from the sound of it, but that doesn't stop us from having a great time now, especially with getting ready to jump into our first giveaway. While Satoshi is getting ready to put that together, our other co-host Ferg, I see you've got your hand up. Anything to add here?
Yeah.
Ferg, go ahead.
Yeah, I just heard Jordan and some other people, I know Satoshi touched on it as well. And it's something that I think we've all been trying to push. And we're starting to see a little bit more of it. But liking and retweeting is so huge. Commenting on posts is so huge. Not everyone has the biggest bag of VeChain. Not everyone makes, $100,000 a year and can go ape into these projects. But you can help yourself. Even if you like and retweet something that you don't necessarily support by holding, and that's going to help everyone in the ecosystem. We just need eyes. So we just need eyes on us. I think we're going to start talking about Stocktwits here soon, and that's another way to do it. He posts on there different votes and polls, and hey, comment your favorite ecosystem and things like that. Just being active on Twitter and retweeting and liking and commenting, it goes such a long way with the Twitter algorithm. And as far as getting people onboarded and in here, I think that's a huge way that you can help for free. And I just kind of wanted to double down on that.
Damn right. And while we're doubling down on that, we got 269 people in this damn Twitter space right now. I believe that is the most I have seen in a VeChain Twitter space. So make sure you're giving a like and a retweet on this. And if you haven't already, please go enjoy the shit show that's happening between Flame and No Nerds in the comments. They are absolutely cracking me up. A lot of entertainment there. But Satoshi, anything that you want to do with kicking off this first giveaway here? We got 1 of 5.
Well, let me first start out by saying we have so many things to give away today. There's going to be about 124 individual winners, but some of those winners are going to win multiple prizes. So it's going to be a lot. And I'll tell you, I have like this master spreadsheet. It looks crazy, but it's in order, and we're going to follow that order. So let me start. Safe Haven. I actually have Shamanic Oracles up first with their massive giveaway. And then I also have Ukiyo-e Warriors as well. So if someone from the Warriors can come up and kind of just talk about what they're giving away, and then we'll kind of rattle off the names and move on. Because yes, it's awesome that we have all these giveaways, but we have a lot of content that we have to get through as well. So I'll rattle through the names, make sure you hear that you won, and then we'll all be reaching out to the winners as projects and leaders as well. So, so Tyler, do you want to talk about Shamanic Oracles?
Yeah, 100%. So the Shamanic Oracles, we decided to put forth 250,000 SHA tokens and 10 Shamanic Oracles with 10 Chakra NFTs. So there's a total of 35 different prizes. 25 people are going to get 10,000 SHA tokens, enough to create a decentralized inheritance plan and ensure that their NFTs or utility tokens can remain accessible for all of eternity for the next of kin. And the other 10 winners, they're going to get 1 Shamanic Oracle NFT with a Chakra NFT. So essentially, fusions are going to be something that the Shamanic Oracles are going to be coming out with next in our roadmap down the line. And that's whenever you can essentially use Chakra NFTs to combine Shamanic Oracle NFTs together to make them stronger. So you're going to need more than 1 Shamanic Oracle to go with this Chakra NFT, but this will get you started in our ecosystem. So it's a pretty cool prize. But that's just a little bit of details about the prizes that we have to offer. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, thank you. And that's a huge prize pool that you help contribute into. So I appreciate it. So I'll pass it over to Alex with the Ukiyo-e. I'm saying it right now. I'm nailing it. I think
you are a master of this.
Ukiyo-e Warriors team. So Alex, you want to talk us through what we're giving away here today?
Definitely, my friend. So from us, we want to give 4 Warriors and 4 Yokai. Those are 2 different collections that we have. The Warriors are the samurais, like I'm repping, and the Yokai are Japanese spirits. And the Warriors are nice. If you have 3 of them, you get airdrops from us. And the Yokai right now, you can, there's a pin tweet up there about the collector's edition of the Kijo collection coming out soon. You get the collector's edition by stacking some Yokai. So good time to win some Yokai or a Warrior at this time.
Hell yeah, there we go. All right, so I'm going to run through the names here. If I butcher your name, I sincerely apologize. There's some names in this. So, all right, here we go. For the 10K SHA, 25 winners, we got Thompson MJ8, Skip Next Show, Hey I'm Stone, Drunken Texan, D-Tan, Myron Hodel, Cortez Dev, Bat 8982, Open Fuzz, Coin 1x1, XRP Owl. What up, King Solomon? Karth, Hick, J5, Big Cheese Crypto, Backfipia. I don't know. Fight Right NFT, Angel Love 89, V King Chain, Doc Crypto, Ajax, Purdy Hassan 933, Official NFT Nate, Abe Pai, Crypto Morty 3, 402 Graphics, and Akan Jadis. Akan Jadis. All right, so for the 1 Shamanic Oracle plus 1 Chakra, we have 10 winners here. Digital Jacko, Mr. Unknown, G4 Stein, Clarity, Vic DeLarge, tough one here, Bajan Cook, Tessun Johan, Mangzi, Sheldon Wanty, 929, Cloud_edits. All right. And now for the Ukiyo-e
Strange,
Warriors.
no Ligmas on there.
I think we should just have you read off names for the rest of the space. This is entertaining.
I'm doing my best here. And okay, so we're going into the Ukiyo-e Warriors. 4 winners here. You win a warrior and a yokai. For the record, I did win one of these, and I wanted to take it, but I decided to skip myself. So we're really out here for the community. Here we go. First winner, Just Sick. Second winner, Popolina. Third winner, Hornez, awesome artist. And the last winner, My Slow Bro. So there we go. First section of giveaways. Nailed it.
Let's give some applause for Satoshi for only missing a couple names. I think he did a great job. But yes, that is the first giveaway. We have 4 more, and they're only going to get bigger. So get ready. Huge shout out to everybody contributing. But let's get ready to jump to our next topic, Stocktwits. And I believe that we had a couple individuals who said they wanted to come up and speak on it, one of them being Alex. Alex, do you want to kick us off here, with the conversation about Stocktwits and what's going on here?
Certainly. I think I'll just start really quickly by saying that Stocktwits is a investment kind of like social media platform. You can keep an eye on your investments over there, watch charts for all of the assets that you're interested in. And that includes crypto. So you can kind of look at your crypto portfolio, how it's doing over there. There's a lot of ways for communities to engage on there. One of them being there's a feed for each of these assets that you can go and make comments on. So kind of similar to Twitter, you make short form comments in this feed. So for example, VeChain has a feed on Stocktwits that we could all comment on. One of the things that projects have been doing right now is we have the initiative to create accounts over there, get set up, and get NFT collections verified on there, which will give them their own cash tag. It's like a hashtag. Makes it easy to find content. So that's kind of what we've been doing so far. And I've personally been trying to engage with the communities over there. I'd like to open up the discussion to others about what they think the next steps should be, because I think the first step really is just everyone should get set up on Stocktwits and then start using it. And I think that we should talk about how should we use it, what's the best way to use it.
I love it. I think War Dogs is ready to jump in because they wanted to talk about this as well. And also, it sounds like your little one in the background agrees that Stocktwits is probably a good idea.
Hey, how's it going, VFam? This is Braden here from War Dogs, and super well said, Alex and Connor before that. I had some thoughts on this. As far as Alex did a good job of describing what Stocktwits is, and kind of an after action situation from last month. Last month we said that this is a great way to get new eyes on all of us. We gotta join it as much as we can, et cetera, et cetera. And I think that we've done a pretty good job. I mean, we've definitely gained a foothold into Stocktwits since then. If you've been on there, I know most of the projects that are part of this space are on there and have accounts already. And I think it's certainly time to kind of enter the next phase. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this Excel tracking sheet of all the projects. I'll have this done ASAP, pretty quickly. And, so for those projects who haven't signed up yet, what you need to do is you get your collections verified. You receive your project name .x, like Alex was talking about. And then when you're posting, make sure you post on the vet.x channel. That's where the 35K people are. It hasn't been super active. Luckily, myself and Gerd, the other co-founder of War Dogs, we've been on Stocktwits for years now and following VetX. And it was certainly super active during the bull run. So, it's going to happen again. And I think it's just that much more important that we gain a big foothold there. So, and Alex, if you wanted to talk a little bit about, the thing that you tagged me in saying, where you were talking about you've had interesting engagement from people. because myself and Connor, same thing. But did you want to kind of talk about that a little bit to give some context to everybody here about the kind of stuff that we can be convincing people of?
Yeah, sure. I think that the one observation I've made so far about Stocktwits is there's a little bit of pushback about like just making cold contact ad posts in a way. I don't think it's a bad thing for projects to like post their news or their updates on Stocktwits. I think that's a good and a healthy thing. I did see some comments right in the vet feed like, what are all these NFT projects doing here? Right. So it just spurred me to think like, what are some other ways that we could engage with that community? I think we should definitely still, like make posts and be active in whatever way is possible. But also like maybe making some friends over there by commenting on other people's posts. And I mean, like you said, it hasn't been super active, so like that's not always possible. Some people will be mean. They were mean to me, but I don't mind that. I don't think that's a bad thing. It's a good opportunity for conversation, right? So, and it was a good time to kind of maybe even open some eyes, say, yeah, VeChain has an NFT community. It's a community built and run, and we should have those kind of conversations. So like, just get on the vet feed and start commenting on what people are saying about VeChain. Like, yeah, I love that too. Like, also fee delegation, I love that. Start some conversations.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, dude. And myself and Connor, and I have a bad memory, so I don't remember who else it was, but we had a guy, Connor, if you remember, who was just like, fuck NFTs, they're a scam. And by the end of the conversation, we kind of tag teamed him. He was like, oh, okay, I guess that makes sense. He became sort of an ally. And in addition to that, I know in the dogs Discord and, as far as VeChain wallets, we've had one person who is now buying VNFTs who came from Stocktwits. So, that's a victory right there. And I think that if we were to, force multiply this sort of thing, we could get a whole lot more than one, per month sort of thing. So, I mean, I think that next, I'll say what I think is next, and then, you guys can correct me and say, additional things. But I think next, we got the projects. I think every project should be posting on VetX and auto posting to Twitter, at least once a week. And just FYI, it doesn't work for all posts. Like, you can't do videos. You can do pictures. It's kind of a pain in the ass because you have to, find who you're tagging on Twitter first and then copying it over. So it's a little bit extra work. So that, and then I think that we should all follow each other, man. And this is maybe something that I can track through the spreadsheet. And that's really all I got. I wanted to keep it short because I know that there's going to be some great ideas. Thanks for listening.
I love those points, War Dogs, and we'll toss it over to you, Satoshi, in a moment. I do remember talking to that individual, and I think it's exactly how my first reaction was to NFTs. I don't know about you all, but when I've been in, free space for some time, and when I was first introduced to NFTs, I had no interest in exploring it. Absolutely none. I was focused on, the projects that I was interested in. That didn't make sense to me, and it was just because of a lack of education. And that's what I think the theme that we've seen on Stocktwits is it's a lack of education. This is a scam. It means nothing. I'm getting nothing from this. Well, there's 250 people in this space here who definitely think otherwise. And there's thousands others that hold NFTs in this ecosystem that also disagree with that. And so it's just a matter of education. And I think that when you talked about we're getting pushback about, posting ads, well, it's because we're posting ads. Let's post some educational content about, why this is beneficial, what you could get out of this, to help tell that story. And I love some of those things you talked about, following each other, talking about fee delegation, creating posts on this vet.x channel. I think that all is a great start. But Satoshi, anything you have to add? Then we'll hand it over to King Solomon, Safe Haven, and Chudnevsky.
Yeah, I'll keep it quick because we have some other hands to get to. But want to absolutely double down. It's another tool. It's another resource for us, and we should use it. We should be other avenues to get the word out about VeChain NFTs. So that's one thing. The other thing is the person behind the Stocktwits account, he is rooting for us. And he's not shy about it either. He loves VeChain and he loves our community. He's rooting for the underdog. There's no doubt about it. So let's continue showing up for him and showing up to those posts, because it's honestly like working out, right? You're not going to work out one time and be as jacked as Connor. You have to do it over and over. You have to be, disciplined with it. You have to keep showing up, keep doing it. You'll get big muscles like Connor. I'm telling you. No, but seriously, it's something that you have to be consistent with. And I think we're doing a good job with it. And the last thing I want to say is it's great to have engagement on those posts and everything. And it's great to post pictures and stuff, but a lot of the times people, if they don't already know what it is, will just kind of scroll right through your picture. So, but if they see like fun stuff and like fun interactions, they're going to read through it and see that this community is having fun with each other and joking around, and they're going to want to be part of that. So like I'll throw it back to Bread's meme of the entire century on Stocktwits post when we were the only one in the green, but we had like 3,000 USD volume. But it was a victory for us, and we all had fun with it, right? That's the kind of stuff that gets people's attention. Putting gifts together and doing gift battles, that gets people attention because they see that you're having fun and they want to be part of it. So that's my 2 cents about it. Keep showing up, but also have fun with it. Don't make it be a job, but have fun with it, right?
Easy solution to have fun with it. If you're looking for, a paid supporting app, GiftGIF, holy shit, VeChain NFTs has taken over that app. It is so much fun. I think literally Bomber down there actually had them respond, and he's sending them more content to supply them for more GIFs for us to use. So definitely recommend checking that out. Awesome stuff. But let's hand it over to King Solomon and then over to Safe Haven.
Yeah, I mean, I think you guys all have it to an extent. If Stocktwits is another tool that you guys want to use as a community, I would certainly say go on and use that tool as a community. But if you look at Stocktwits, and I'm certainly saying use it. They have 6 million users. Twitter has 400 million users. It's about like continuity, and it's a strength in numbers type thing. Satoshi mentioned continuity. Like if you make these VeChain spaces a part of people's routines, number one. And if you make these VeChain spaces a part where it's community contributors, like multiple projects coming up together, trying to drive the network forward, too, make no mistake about it. Like no one project, in my opinion, in ecosystems that like start, just recently started with NFTs is going to drive that entire ecosystem forward. You might have little blips and stuff. So I would say the strength and numbers thing is totally relevant, and the continuity thing is totally relevant. And then don't even like mitigate yourselves to like, if you're doing VeChain spaces with NFT projects, who's to say that you can't get enterprises up there to speak as well? People building out enterprise solutions on VeChain. And then it bolsters up everybody. Like a rising tide, raises all ships, obviously. So just, leverage. Twitter is a great tool for like town square community engagement. And if you're not getting as much engagement as you want in your weekly Twitter space, then change the model up, add more people in, or do something a little bit different to get additional people in that might be able to draw more people in, and then just keep at it. You guys are doing a great job with continuity. I would say more collaborations for spaces. Use every tool like Stocktwits on top of that. But then, don't mistake the fact that like you guys have a massive community here right now. Yeah, I mean, you guys all have it. It's just, it's not like a secret recipe. Like it's hard work, it's due diligence, and it's figuring out what works, what doesn't work, and then not feeling like you have to be mitigated down to like, and I'm not saying it's mitigated down to like, let's just talk about NFTs, but let's bring on some of these enterprise partners, like as these Twitter spaces that we're doing grow. And then, the audience is going to grow. Let's bring cross-chain people in. The audience is going to grow, and then just keep going. So that's my 2 cents. So
King Solomon,
Hell yeah,
I
we
think
got
you
it
hit it
going
on the
on.
head. Brett, anything you want to add in there about getting it going on?
No, I'm just getting the vibe up a little bit. Say, yeah, hell yeah, we got it going on. Have
Damn
a little
right.
bit of come and just chill on some degen spaces. You start getting some free shit, and you don't have to spend your gas to do it. Just relax a little bit, get away from the drama, and play with some GIFs and stuff. Nothing to lose.
I think
The thing I've
too,
seen from you guys, though, honestly, is that like the VeChain community, from what I've seen in just a few spaces, isn't like nearly as degen-y as you guys say that you're. You say that like everybody in this community is degens, but I really don't think most of you guys are degens. Like I've seen that you guys aren't degens based on the way that you guys talk and communicate and collaborate and build these initiatives up. That's not a very degen-y thing, and I haven't heard anybody say it once during this Twitter space. Hell yeah, we're going to the moon or something like stupid like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Well,
We're going to the moon.
We're going to
there,
the moon.
there it is.
We're going to the
There it
moon,
is.
boys.
Moon,
To
baby.
the VeChain soldiers.
I was waiting for Satoshi to
Moonshot.
change his profile picture to a seal to make that happen. And, Brett, I think, the vibes came up when Satoshi started talking about muscles. You had the wrestling vibes in the background really getting to you. I know you're a wrestler at heart as well. But King Solomon, I think you said some great things there. Because I think I actually mentioned that on the space. We have all the tools here within this ecosystem. There isn't really a secret recipe, like you're saying, that we're missing. It's just consistency, moving forward one step at a time, being here every day, and doing what you can to contribute, and having fun along the way, which I think we've been doing an unbelievable job of. The other thing that I love that you said was the enterprise companies coming in. Well, we actually have that as an action item we'll be talking about later in this space, because we had one join us on a space and we are going to be collaborating with them. And that is something that I think is going to be extremely interesting, because it's not something I see in other ecosystems, where we're going to bring a unique utility, hopefully, to the entire NFT ecosystem that I definitely know is not present in any others today. But we'll save that for a little teaser for what might be coming here in about 2 agenda items. Let's toss it over to Safe Haven and then Chudnowski.
All right, so I'll be really quick with what I have to say. First and foremost, I will admit that Safe Haven, we don't have like a Stocktwits account, or the Shamanic Oracles for that matter. We haven't really been too active there. About 2 years ago, I was active with my personal account on Stocktwits, but I kind of stepped away from it for a while, just because I got busy and I kind of just forgot about other social media interaction and engagement. But I'm going to do my best to make sure that we get some engagement on Stocktwits and get some activity on how people can essentially protect their NFTs, whether it's on the VeChain blockchain or any blockchain for that matter. And one thing that I can see us doing as the next step to making that engagement increase on Stocktwits is seeing if Stocktwits can get compatibility in Gleam. So there's some of you who are familiar with Gleam app. It's a software that allows you to essentially set up giveaways with all these fancy tasks, so that you can preload a actual tweet to where the community can tweet a message that you pre-fill, so that you could say, oh, VeChain has the best fee delegation protocols in the world, right? And then that's pre-filled. All they have to do is hit one button and it tweets. So what I'm referring to is we need to get Gleam to input a Stocktwits feature, because there's no Stocktwits task feature in Gleam at this moment. I haven't seen it since we've been using it recently for some of our giveaways. So if we can get that incorporated, then everybody who uses Gleam, including Safe Haven, we can have pre-filled messages get sent out there by the users who are participating in our giveaways. So that's the one thing I wanted to bring to the table about enhancing engagement on Stocktwits.
I love that idea. And I think that is something that, again, just for a side note, I'm taking notes, by the way, of all the action items that are going to come from this Twitter space. I'll announce them at the end here, some of the things that we're going to be working on for next. But that is a great one. And I think that's just an easy intro to Stocktwits. Like Satoshi was saying, they're already rooting for us. If we're bringing value back to them, that's awesome.
I'd also, last but like, I know that you got one more person down there, but I know the foundation's up here, right? And, a big thing within this space is like, unfortunately, Twitter is kind of a followers game. And if you have legitimate followers, why not leverage those followers that you do have? So if the foundation could hop into the spaces that you guys are doing, or maybe make it a joint initiative, that could be something that could work both ways, because it is time, it's energy, it's effort. But, and if you have somebody with 588,000 followers in a Twitter space on a consistent basis, it's just going to naturally grow the numbers and everything as well. So I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know what the initiatives are within that, but I think that you guys would see massive returns as far as how many people are getting into these spaces, and it's all like right there in front of you guys. So I love what you guys are doing. This space is great. I'll shut up for a little while. So excited for the next announcement. Hey, and I did the Safe Haven thing. Thank you guys. Like, I did not expect to win anything during this, but looking forward to exploring everything. So appreciate it.
And hey, King Solomon, excuse me, y'all, but if you need any help with setting up an inheritance plan, you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me directly on this profile.
Oh, I'm 1,000,000%. I'm going to be up your ass for about a week straight to get that shit set up, I'm sure. So don't worry, but you don't even have to ask me that. I'm going to make sure I don't screw it up. So,
Mr. Solomon, I'll have to ask you to take that uncouth language. I'm sorry, Connor. I got to step in here. We don't do that around here, Mr. Solomon. So this is a very proper space, and we do it the right way. Degens, see your way out.
You have completely turned Red into an animal, King Solomon. I don't know what's going to happen here, but I'm just going to pretend that we're going to skip over that, because I think that could evolve into a monster. Chudnowski, what do we have to add here?
Hey guys, great space. Hey, Brett, you always said we're like the mullet, right? We're all business in the front, but party in the back. I think that's kind of like what we are as VeChain, right? We might be professional outlook in the front, but like you come in those degen spaces at night, like real late, you'll see where the fun is, right? But I do want to say, to kind of feed off what everyone else was talking about, like we do need other avenues where we're supporting the community and trying to grow our community, not just on Twitter. I mean, I hate to just like break it to you, but if you didn't look at the like news for one day, I mean, Apple's like kind of threatening to take Twitter off of their app store, right? Like, even if it happens or not, right? We have to start thinking and preparing for what if something does happen. You know, we've been seeing all these spaces you hop in, you have to like do a move where you have to come back in and close down the app and open it back up so you can hear people and things like that. Like, something's not right, and you know, maybe it works out and everything gets fixed, but what are we doing besides that to get ourselves out there? You know, like, I feel like we're very centralized on Twitter and Discord, and we don't really use other platforms or opportunities out there, right? Like, even like Satoshi Boomin on YouTube, or non-fungible news, right? Like, I don't understand how that guy doesn't have 1,000 subscribers yet, right? He's been going since October. Like, it's crazy. So like, that's the thing, is like, we need to kind of like break out of that mold of just being in one spot and try and like hit these other avenues. And to kind of feed off of what King Solomon said, like, VeChain Foundation, like, we loved the VeChain Thursdays. Like, I would love if those came back. Like, those things were great. You know, having those within the community was fantastic, and we'll love to help, right? If you need assistance, like, reach out. Like, I did a hosted one for you guys. Like, I'll be happy to do it again if you need it. Reach out. Like, we'll be there to support you. Like, what do you need? Like, we can be there.
I love that, Chudnovsky, and that's why I wanted to invite you to come speak. I do want to shout that this is a community member coming up to speak. Anybody is welcome to come contribute. And this community member came on the last speak and contributed some awesome, awesome items to the conversation that actually became one of the action items we're working toward that we'll talk about next. But I think those were great points there. And I guess I'd love to hand it over to the foundation. You know, I know you have your hand up. Is there anything you would like to add there, Jake?
Yeah, I mean, just to hop on the back of it, it's a very valid point, and you know, something that's being kind of worked on internally is expanding the media footprint, because of course you don't want to be too focused on Twitter, especially with the kind of Elon saga at the moment. I mean, it could work out, but you know, realistically, you know, we are very conscious of, I mean, I don't know if anyone here is following the Instagram, for instance, but presenting the more public, you know, not public, but a kind of personable face to the foundation, you know, seeing the team, seeing the events, seeing VFam go to events, you know, these kinds of, this other kind of media from the traditional kind of, I guess, foundation media that it's been known for. And definitely on the YouTube front as well, we have a new creative marketing manager who's kind of onboarding at the moment. Fantastic, you know, creative vision. And again, I know it's that soon TM, you know, that kind of thing, but genuinely the first kind of chunk of 2023 is when a lot of stuff is going to hit at once, and you know, exciting times in that regard. But I definitely agree as well, jumping back a few paragraphs about the kind of joining of community spaces. I mean, I guess my function is to be more actively involved with the community, listen and hear you guys out. I mean, I've been hanging out with Connor in Discord, and you know, just kind of hearing the feedback from everyone. I mean, to give you some insights, we're kind of planning the foundations and the frameworks around a new kind of community scheme. You know, incentives.
Ooh, you're gonna drop
whatnot.
the alpha? You gonna drop the alpha? Let's do it.
I mean, that's as far as I'm going. I just wanted to put it out there that, you know, the foundation team are very conscious that they have this incredible community and, you know, an amazing group of people that see the vision. I think, you know, when you find VeChain, the narrative for it is so powerful because it makes sense, you know, what they're doing, the direction, and then the community is, you know, an awesome force of its own. Yeah, and there just needs to be that two-way communication. And I think that's something that is very much a focus, and that's something I will be leading quite, you know, proactively now with many of you here. We've already had communications, and yeah, you know, something that's big focus. And I mean, to give a little insight, in ATP, this was a big discussion topic. So anyway, I'll leave it there. Ellipses ... But sorry guys, I know that's so annoying, but yeah.
Can I say something real quick?
Way to hold yourself back, and of course.
But Chudnovsky, the VeChain Thursday thing, absolutely. Let's bring it back. There's no real reason why that stopped other than it trailed off, because I think we'd kind of done a round robin at one point of the projects, but there's no reason why we can't, you know, run it again. There's plenty of new projects appearing, and projects have updates and all sorts. So, you know, maybe we could form a little group to discuss Thursday ideas, because again, it's the foundation giving a platform to the community who arguably are the most important aspect of the public blockchain. So yeah, 100% open for collaboration on that on Thursday.
I mean, even having just an open community Thursday just to hang out, like I think people would just love that. You know, you might get some of the best ideas by some of these people just like hanging out, just talking to you. You know, like the community here is very, very brilliant. Like you should hear some of these ideas that they have that some of us don't have the funds to even do. But you know, it's like you just have fun sitting there, like having a drink, hanging out, and just like talking about random stuff, and you end up with something amazing like coming out of it. It's wild.
Yeah, and there definitely aren't any extracurriculars that are involved as people
Yeah,
are
yeah.
after
Sorry.
work contributing to those activities. No, I think that is great. And yes, I think bringing back the Thursdays is awesome. I think that is huge to hear. It'll be a lot of fun to have the community have that. At a minimum, VeChain Foundation, I think it would be great to have you come on this space as a standard every month to just talk about the big stuff too. And make sure that everybody has this check-in, like King Solomon is saying, where once a month, if for some reason you went on vacation, you weren't able to hop into spaces, you were away from Discord, you can catch up on some of the core things that are happening here about where this space is going. So I think those are all great points. I know we have a lot of hands up, but G Snaps, I think you've had your hand up the longest, then Vet Lever, and then Satoshi. Let's toss it back to you to do another giveaway before we have the group close us out.
Can I get like 30 seconds just real quick? VeChain Foundation, if you ever need to give ideas to people like YouTubers, reach out to Non-Fungible and like even myself or anybody. Doing like minting videos for projects sometimes gets scary because they have ran and rugged on us. So like the content kind of gets a little dry after some time. So if you ever have ideas, just throw it out to us because we'll be happy to try and do something for you. And now I'm done. I'm sorry. Just wanted to kind of throw that out there for a bone for all of us. So
don't you dare apologize. Don't you dare apologize. Can we get some hearts and some applause in the chat for our awesome community member, Chudnovsky? G Butter Snaps.
Sorry. I just want to put it back as well. You know, you can DM the VeChain account. You know, you've met me now. I'm Solomon. You guys know me from back in the day. Some of you do. I'm a community member first and foremost as well. So, you know, I'll be here to listen to your mail and see what we can facilitate and work together on.
Let's make some moves together.
Let me just jump in before G real quick, and let's say I'm gonna have to be the bad guy a little bit. We got a few people requesting, so I'm gonna move a couple people down, and then if you want to come back up, just request again. So no hard feelings, but we got some people requesting.
Move me down. Bye. Thank you for having me up, you all. Bye.
See you, Chud. We'll see you on the community portion. G, take it away, man.
Well, first off, just wanted to thank everyone here for hosting this and putting this on. It's pretty amazing. But just on the topic earlier of what we were discussing, on Twitter, retweeting, gaining exposure, things like that. I just wanted to give a shout out to Data because he set up Yeet Your Tweet, which people can literally get paid to promote their favorite project. Assuming that project is signed up with Yeet Your Tweet, but that's just a cool thing that can be built on chain. I just think that's pretty cool. Yeah, promote your favorite project, get paid. So just want to give a shout out and say that maybe there's even more ideas, things that can come to fruition there with those types of things. But that's all I had to say.
Two things. One, did you have that on your bingo card? Because I know that was one of the topics on the bingo card for this space. Two, yes, absolutely. I think that's something that goes underrated. That's literally something that somebody built in this community. If you tweet, Yeet Your Tweet with some of your projects, you quite literally get paid for it in your wallet. That's nuts. Sure, you're not getting paid hundreds of dollars for a tweet, but you're getting paid to tweet about a project that you're supporting. That's pretty damn cool.
I think we should double down on our technical builders. And I say technical builders deliberately because we're all builders in our own way, whether it's content or spaces or whatever. So doubling down on our technical builders. I want to give a shout out to Ham Stone, who's another strong member of the community who over the last month or so has won today. He released his tip vet bot for Discord, where you can now tip people in vet while maintaining custody of your actual wallet, all through Discord commands. And then just last week, 2 weeks ago, we actually enabled minting through Discord with one of our contracts. So it allowed for people to be in a Discord, get their stuff verified, and then allow for them to actually perform a mint while in there. Just cool, unique, different stuff that people are constantly doing. And I know Stone took the leap to do this full time and has been crushing it across the entire ecosystem. I know he supports a lot of our Discord. So just huge props to both of those guys. They're always contributing.
Love that. And yes, huge shout out to Stone because he quite literally manages the VeChain Project Leader Discord. He does it all. And so we love to see stuff like that happening. Satoshi, anything you want to add here and jump into a giveaway? And we'll have the rest of these individuals, Mad V Apes, Snoozy, and Lucas, jump in about this topic before we jump to the next.
Actually, no, I put my hand up because I saw everybody else had their hand up. Let's go on to some of the other hands, actually, before we get into the giveaways and just kind of clear the deck. I'm going to start moving up some of the teams of the next section of giveaway. So while I'm doing that, let's go ahead and pass it over to some of the other hands.
All right. Well, Mad V Apes, Snoozy, then Lucas.
So who goes first? Me?
Take it away, Nero.
Okay. Hey guys, how you doing? Sorry I'm late. I've been in Qatar these last few days. It's 2 a.m. here, but well, I'm here now. I'm very happy to see everyone here. I think is our biggest Twitter space ever. Congratulations, Connor, Leo, King Solomon. Thanks for being here. VeChain Foundation. You know, it's an honor to see you here with us. Tyler, Betlever, Brett. I think we should continue with these spaces. Right now, you know, it's a hard time for everyone, but we're still here after all the problems we have had. We're still together in this, and that's a way. That's a way we should continue, guys. It's good to see everyone here. Oh, Ferg, you too, man. You know, I love you now, man. you are a lot of you have grown a lot, man. I love to see this mature face of you, man. Congratulations.
Damn right. A lot of love. Apes stronger together. VeChain stronger together. We love that shit.
Snoozy. Wait. Did Ferg ever get his alpha?
No,
Put
someone
you on
named
the spot.
Satoshi. You didn't send me my alpha, so
wow, dude.
you know,
Okay.
after all those promises of hey, send me your address, I'm sending you an alpha, and never.
Yeah. Nero, are you sure you still want to keep that compliment sitting out there, or you want to pull that back, or what? What do we do?
I don't know, man. I don't know anymore.
No, we love Ferg. He's been awesome. He'll get his alpha. He'll get his alpha soon. But yeah, let's go on to Snoozy.
Hey everybody, great space. Thank you for doing it. I just wanted to jump onto a couple things that Chud was saying. You know, there are a lot of content producers already within the ecosystem that, you know, I've jumped in with and are working with. And you too can do that, right? Like there's an opportunity here to be a producer or a consumer. And we're at the very beginning of it. And I think, you know, another thing that was brought up while I was waiting is Yeet for Tweet. We literally had a space where, you know, there may or may not have been some, drinks involved, but we were talking about how wallets that are that are no one knows what they are, they don't have the seed phrase yet, are just associated with a Twitter handle that starts yeeting for tweeting, and then they can get the the access to their wallet later on. So if you want to talk about ways to onboard people, I think Data's project of Yeet for Tweet has the quickest, least resistance into that. And also, this professional presence is going to happen. Like people like me are getting attention here. I suck at doing this stuff, and yet it's really fun. Like jump in, start tracking what you want, make some branded stuff, and other people outside of the ecosystem are going to see it because they, like Solana, Ethereum projects, are worried about finding people that are rugging them and taking their money. Like people in VeChain are doing this for the right reason and have been for a long time. So, thanks.
You can absolutely drop a fucking F-bomb if you need to. I live by the saying, passion is contagious. As much as King Solomon says we're not degens, we still are absolutely a little bit.
I don't know. I'm going to step in here and say that I said the same thing to Solomon. Said both you guys, I have your names written down right here. Strike 1 and strike 2. I will be taking tallies for after the space.
Fuck, strike 2.
I have to say, guys, like, who was just up? Because I was literally telling my daughter how to shred mozzarella for chicken parm. So who was just up speaking?
That was me. I stopped myself because I thought there was going to be a child near, and I have 2 kids, so I didn't want to do that.
Well, that's nothing new in this household, swearing. But when you talk about like people doing things for the right reasons, whenever VC and I think it was Bread was up talking about the platform, and I was seeing the platform in real time, and I haven't had a chance to get to World of V yet or Black V Market. Like I definitely plan on getting on those 2 platforms over the next week or 2. But even the user experience, like the user interface within that NFT marketplace, is like so much better than what I've seen on like almost any other ecosystem. And I believe very much so that you guys as a community probably have a lot of synergy with like one other ecosystem that I believe has done things or tried to do things in the right way as a community driven effort to drive the network forward, and that's Hedera. And I think that there's a lot of synergy with what you guys are doing with Hedera, and there could be like a crossover with you guys like in the future as far as like the utility driven aspects and everything else. I just see a lot of synergy with how everybody talks together, builds together. So yeah, I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to force that, but I really do think that there might be something there in the future for you guys. So,
well, I took a note because I think that's a great idea. Satoshi, what do you have?
Real quick, I need to clear the deck and bring up some people. I'm trying to bring up Division, Stoned, and Killa. If you guys are available, please request to come up and speak. And I need some volunteers for people to drop off so we can make some room.
And then I know we got one last comment. Go ahead, Brett.
Yeah, I'm gonna
if you
rotate
guys
down to
want me
listener
to,
for a little bit.
I was trying to leverage the numbers to get people in here, but I do not mind going down to listen. This is not my space. This is about you guys. So,
hey, we love having you up. You know, I know we've got some individuals that are going to be rotating here. You know, Lucas from ExoWorld, I know you've got a point to talk about the pinned tweet here. You know, do you mind stepping out after you talk? We'll bring you back up. And same thing with Tyler over at Safe Haven.
Oh, yeah, I can go with the flow, guys. You let me, and I'll do it.
Well, if you want to talk about your tweet for a second, because I think it builds on some of the things we've had, and then we'll have you step down and have some of the other hosts come up.
Awesome, guys. Awesome. I just want to say before anything else, Solomon, great to have you here. I think the VeChain Thursday is going to be amazing for our community. About the pin tweet, guys, we are calling all blockchain developers looking to come work in the field. And if you guys have blockchain knowledge and experience, contact us. We are trying to build, we are trying to grow, and we got a lot of things cooking. We need some good people on our team. So just reach out, and we'd be happy to look into whatever you can offer.
While we're on that beat, I'm going to extend it and say that all you mofos out there in the crowd, anytime you hear anyone talking about wanting to build or learn or do whatever, funnel those people to the VeChain Energy Discord. I have it pinned in on my bread account after like the VeChain grants. Actually, I have that as well too. If you have teams that are looking to build products, put them towards my pinned tweet on the bread account. I have VeChain grants information there, so teams can, because I know money's a thing now. They can come in and they can see how they could potentially get paid to build on VeChain. And then if they get into the VeChain Energy Discord, I have quite literally been scouring all of crypto for projects and apps and dApps that we do not have and pinning them in there, from all the way from technical shit to documentation to whatever. And we just have a giant forum for project ideas that we just don't have the time to build. So if you're looking for ideas or you have people that are looking to build, we have money, we have ideas, we have openings, just funnel them in those directions. Thank you. Good night.
Holy shit. I did not know that. Okay.
And that's why we have this space. So I just pinned Bread's profile up with some info about those grants. Be sure to go check all of that out, as well as the VeChain Energy Discord. I think that is awesome that is happening in the background. Again, we got builders here, so let's get to work. Satoshi, anything else to add here before maybe we go to our giveaway?
Nothing else to add. Just love that Brad opened that up to everybody, because I think it's important, because we do need more builders here. We got a lot of good ideas and we just need to build it. So appreciate that, Brad. So yeah, you want to get into the giveaways? Should we do it?
Let's rip the next one.
All right. So I brought up Killa. They gave some awesome prizes on behalf of VPunk. So Killa, if you have a minute and kind of want to talk about the giveaways and you know, quick update on what's going on with VPunks and that crazy pump you guys have had recently, which is awesome to see. OG project getting some love. So I'm going to open the floor for you, buddy. Go ahead.
Thanks a lot, guys. Really happy to be here. And yeah, indeed, there was the 250K sale of Alien when the space just started. So it's really huge for VeChain in general. It's like $4K, $4K for the crypto space. It's not that huge, but for VeChain, and it's pumping the volume. It's good for every project. So there are really good things going on for the moment. The giveaway, I think I gave one punk and 6 weapons. I gave another punk and some pixel puffs. So we got the VPunks official marketplace. It's a zero market fee. There we have play to earn game. A new play to earn game, fighting game will release soon. The weapons they are in the giveaway. You can use them in the PvP battle. We have also the FIFA marketplace. These in updates. It will be a launch platform for other games, other gaming projects. So it will bring long term. It will bring also new wallets in from other chains who are maybe not able to create some games. So really good stuff going on in VMix for the moment, and we are patiently waiting on the updates. So for the people who are winning the VPunks and weapons, are you new to VeChain? Join our Discord. I will be there for helping you out and join all the prizes of VeChain.
Awesome job, man. Brad, you got your hand up? You want to add on to that?
Yeah, how awesome is it that VPunks have rise like a phoenix from the ashes with this latest run? I think all of us kind of got lulled to sleep, and all of a sudden there was a 350K day, and then now we just had the 250K sale. It's cool to see. I know admin's been back there building. He had a bad rap with some of the early stuff, but I think that was more a victim of him actually being abused, if I'm being frank, and learning more about the situation. So it's cool to see he's still building. He's adding to his team. He's continuing to contribute. So yeah, that's a good redemption arc that we're starting to see there.
I forgot also to mention we have already our own DEX where you can swap our VPU token you earn in the game, the best ratio. So it's also a great step forward. We have already our DEX ready when the DeFi will be in flames again.
Awesome. Thanks, Killa. And man, you're always showing up in that those Fight Club Fridays too and kicking some ass, man. So you're a valued part of this community across all projects. And I love what VPunks is doing. And like Brad said, man, coming back with a vengeance. 250K sale today. Wild. That's what we love to see. So I'll do a quick recap. The other projects in this section of giveaways, I gave them some requests to come up and speak, but I'll go ahead and kind of touch on them. But for VPunks, 4 winners. First winner, 1 VPunk, 9 weapons, 250 VPU is ONHXN. The second winner, same prize pool, 1 VPunk, 9 weapons, 250 VPU is OX Sleepin'. Third winner, 2 Pixel Puffs, 6 weapons. Yes, you heard me correctly. 2 Pixel Puffs. You heard me right. 2 Pixel Puffs, 6 weapons, 250 VPU. Bandit 6600878, blah, blah, blah. Fourth winner, 2 Pixel Puffs, 6 weapons, 250 VPU is V Calendar. So congratulations to all those winners. Those are awesome prizes. I did get a little sneak peek, a little something about what's going on, and it is going to be sick. So awesome prizes there. Let's see. I invited Hey I'm Stoned up, but I don't know if he's available to talk. So
he said unfortunately he's not right now.
Okay.
Is with the little one.
Okay, cool. Hey I'm Stoned is with Kickback Koalas. If you don't know about this project, it was a no roadmap type deal, straight art degen kind of project. And then with that being said, they kept building behind the scenes and came out with a 3D collection. I believe it was completely for free. So they are giving away.
That's the Discord, man.
Hey, I'm rocking a Kickback Koala PFP right now for VetVember, by the way.
There we
go. Yeah, he is.
And then super like the yokai stuff with the Princess Mononoke stuff. I had that up for a couple of days, which is like amazing artwork. So.
Oh yeah. And that's one of the 3D ones. So we have 5 winners. They're each winning 5 3D Kickback Koalas. All right. Scott Joe, Novidia YNT, Hersher, Here for the Crypto, and tough one here. Kennerilmans. CNRYLMS.
I was literally about to accuse you of only choosing easy ones, so I'm happy you dove into that.
CNRYLMZ. You tell me what that says.
It's what like if you got a DM back saying that's exactly how you pronounce my name?
Thank you. So yeah, okay. So those 5 winners won 5 3D kickback koalas each. I also invited the division project up here, but I don't think they came up to speak.
They are also busy right now, but they might come on in a bit. Either way, let's get it started.
Okay, let's run it. So division, they are getting things together and they're going to be minting here in the near future. They're giving away 3 free mints and 3 whitelist spots. So the winners of the 3 free mints are RBN_LC, Snapzy, Yotis0501. The winners of the 3 whitelists are Duradman, Chucky, my boy Chuck, and Sky VeChain. All right, so congratulations to those winners. Last project for giveaways in here, section 2, is Inca Empire. Inca, if I didn't see you in here, if you are here, please request to speak. They're giving away some awesome prizes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7 winners are going to win both a Gen 1 and a Gen 2. So we'll go ahead and run through these winners here. Crypto_wonder, Yeet Your Tweet, Hipteros, Aloha Always On, Kenichi One, Vesca, and Kemislada. So you guys each won a Inca Gen 1 and Gen 2. So congratulations. And that wraps it up for section 2.
All right. Section 2 is complete, and we are going on to our next action item. But we still have 233 people in this space. Can we please get a like and a retweet for anybody that has just joined the space to get this out for some more individuals to join us? Because we're going into what I think is probably some of the most interesting topics here. We're going to get ready for the next subject, which is
Hold on, slight intermission.
What do you got?
Because my bottom corner is now gone from purple to not purple, which means the comments is dead, which means I need some of you people to feed me in the comments. I'm going to go down there and respond to a few of you and try to pull up some ideas from down there. So anyone who has anything to say or hates one of us, I'll take some slander too. Put it down there in the comments and I will come back and whiplash you. So yeah.
Let's get it going. Brad wants the smoke. Flame, that's probably you and no nerds. So make sure you get at it. But no, seriously, let's get the questions coming because we do have a community session coming up here in a moment. So we'll be sure to discuss any topics that seem to be pretty active in the comments. So let's get them going. But let's get ready to go to our next action item for now, which is talking about qualifying new VeChain projects. And what this all means is, again, giving new projects a platform to talk to people in this ecosystem and support them, but at the same time, kind of also challenging them to make sure that we are inspiring innovation, aren't just a bunch of, woo, you're great. No, we want you to come in here and bring something new to this ecosystem. But we don't want you to come in here and also be one of those individuals that's going to start a project and you're not going to fit. We're going to definitely ask the tough questions. Is there a council that we're going to create? Is it a Twitter space? So what does this look like? I know it was a topic that was talked about by, like I mentioned, one of our community members, Chudnufsky, who came up here earlier. So I want to open it up to the group here. And it looks like, Ferg, you're here to kick us off talking about qualifying new VeChain projects.
Yeah, I was really excited for this one because I think this is very important. This is something that Chudnufsky kind of took on by himself along with JT Crypto and Data Before Dishonor, and they ran a kind of a chill and grill sort of thing. And I know that, and Chud, I'd kind of love for you to come back up if you're still here because I don't want to speak for you, but I think he kind of got burned out because he felt like he was being the bad guy all the time. I personally love the show. I think it went well for certain people who were able to, stick in there through the fire, and it didn't go well for some other people. And we actually saw, without naming any names, a couple of those projects that ended up just kind of leaving after that. Yeah, I think that it's a little too much, maybe for one person to take on. And that's why I think it's important as a community. You can ask questions without being rude or without claiming FUD, right? You can ask like, okay, well, how do you plan on doing this? What skills do you have that can back that up? Simple things like that. That's not being rude. That's not challenging inappropriately. It's just asking, okay, well, you said you wanted to do X, Y, and Z. Can you explain to me how you plan to get there? Who do you have on your team that's going to get you there? So I'm passionate about this subject because I think that I don't think we're there anymore, but we were in a spot there for a little while where I think we were a little bit gullible as a community. Anyone would come on and they join one single space. They say, hey, we're here to do this. Boom. They go mint out and we'll see you later. I think we're a pretty small community and relatively new still. And we've already had our fair share of rugs. I'm passionate about this and I'm interested to hear what everyone else has to say.
Can I chime in real quick? Because I have to go. I have a billiards match I have to coach and play, and so. Ferg, you're like somewhat right. I didn't really think about being the bad guy because I honestly didn't mind asking the questions. I think the burnt out part was definitely added on once JT had to go and do more work and Data joined your guys' team. Like you can't have a team member like in these grill and chills and stuff like that where you're like potentially being like hurting your project because if they think like you're hating on them or something, like just that people will say that, right? But like during that time I had data for the back end. You can look at the smart contracts, make sure things were going well and they're actually using the test net and doing things, right? Then JT would do certain things himself and then I would do certain things. And we would look at every YouTube video that they would be put out, any Twitter spaces they had recorded, or any like white papers that they put out, or their websites and what they're trying to actually say. So it was actually just a lot of work for one person to just do. So like that's just kind of what ended up happening. And then other like personal stuff happened too that I don't want to get into. So that's just like on the other side. So just a combination of a lot of things. So just doing it by yourself is not as easy as people may think because you have to know what you're talking about, right? Like you can't sit there and just like grill a project and just wing it or bullshit it, right? You actually have to be able to like know what you're talking about. You have to actually be able to, if you have an objection or a criticism, you have to be able to back it up and then be able to like help them in a way if possible. Or like if there is no option or it's just something blatant that's like a lie, you kind of have to call it out, so that's just what it is. I'm sorry, rambled for a little bit, but yeah, I do have to go. I'm going to I'll put a earbud in and try and catch as much as I can, but have a great space and have fun, everybody. And hopefully we can get these things going back again in some capacity because I think it could be fun to come back together as long as I have a trusting team that I believe in that can do it right because that's really the important thing. So
damn right. Damn right, Chud. I mean, that's why we have this here. We've got a trusting team here that we're all working together to do this. There is no way myself, Sig, and Ferg could pull this off. I'm sorry. It's just not possible. I believe in us. We can do some cool things, but this would be a lot. And so I have 3 things for you before I toss it over to VC and then World of V. 1, I think we definitely bring this back. And I think it is a team, and I'd love you to obviously be a part of that team again and us to start, coordinating. Some individuals that come to mind that, have knowledge, have been around, and I think build on the point that, Snoozy was bringing up earlier, was bringing in some of those YouTube creators, Non-Fungible News, V Calendar, Vet Malik, some individuals that have been around this space that aren't necessarily tied to a project where, they're speaking on behalf of V Kings, on behalf of Minos, on behalf of Exoworld, because that can come off the wrong way. I definitely understand that. But having these top members of our community, even people like Bomber, who I'm seeing down here, Secret Escape, maybe we have some of those individuals that form like a coalition where it's once a month, once every few weeks, but this type of space goes on and we talk through new projects. I think it could be a very interesting discussion. VC, what are some of your thoughts? Oh, I guess, the other 2 things I forgot to ask you, Chad. The second one, stop apologizing. You are doing incredible things, bringing great value to all of these conversations, and I think you're selling yourself short, man. So that's my other request to you. And then the last one is go get a fucking W with that billiards team. Bring home a W, and definitely reply in the comments when it happens.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Straight
through. No problems here.
VC.
But thank you.
Chud, go ahead.
Honestly, thank you guys for the support. I appreciate it a lot. We'll make things happen. I don't mind bringing this thing back, and we'll have to figure out a way to make this work because it was something that I really enjoyed doing and a lot of fun for quite some time. So it was like having a fun with your friends, deep diving into this stuff, and it does work, guys. Like just being a little critical does work. Like Ferg said, and I'm not even trying to like use this as a bragging measure, but like one project was very intertwined with our community, like all over the place. And then once you like really went into it and you deep dove, like it ended up like falling apart and not working. And luckily the guy was nice enough and like gave a refund of all the vet for the minting that he did, right? So like that doesn't happen all the time, right? That's like a wild scenario, but like it does help, right? And I don't even think that that person was even trying to be malice or have bad intent. I just think they were over their head and didn't realize what they were doing, right? So it's like sometimes that's even the case, you know, and it's going to be hard and they're going to get defensive, but like it just is what it is. Like when you're talking about someone's baby or their project, they can get a little defensive. So you kind of have to like figure out a way to do it in a hopefully professional
Chud's
manner.
definitely getting DQ'd. You're getting DQ'd, dude.
Am I?
You're gonna get DQ'd for time. No, not from us. From like your actual billiards. You're gonna lose that shit.
Yeah, I got 10 minutes, but like my team's gonna be pissed at me because I am not warming up and shit. But yeah, I'll see you. I can ramble on forever.
Wait. Before you go, since you're a prolific rater on a scale of 1 to 10, give me a rating. How do you rate me?
How do I rate you?
Yep, 1 to 10, go.
I will say a 9.999.
Damn.
Go win for us. Go win for us.
Just a little off, but you're perfect in every other way. Also, guys, if I like to say this to people, be safe tonight, whatever you're doing. If you're going out, just make sure you make it home safe. And if you do something stupid, just be smart about it. Love you all. I'll see you later.
Can we get some hearts and some applause in the chat for our awesome community member, Chudnowski? That was great. VC, I know you've had your hand up for a while. Let's toss it over to you to build on the conversation, and then we'll hand it over to World of V.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna be quick because I know I've been like pointing things down in the comments, but not actually giving any ammo for them. So I want to say, since we're talking about projects and vetting process and whatever, I want to get some opinions from people in the crowd. So if you were to get a project coming in the ecosystem, what are some of your ideas for proper ways to vet them? I'm gonna be down there. I'm gonna be looking through stuff. I've been spamming some comments, but yeah, I want to see some responses. What are your ideas?
And those of you that are DMing me the ideas, quote unquote, a la Finn, send them in the comments here. We want to see them out with the whole group. I think that's great. World of V, take it away.
Hey, good evening. Vet had to leave because he's an hour ahead actually. So I think it's around 2 o'clock at night at his place. So yeah, I agree that we should be a bit critical about asking questions. And how are they planning to reach that? I mean, we get a lot of requests, and I'm sure Brett's DMs are full of them as well. Hey, I want to mint on VeChain. And then, yeah, the first questions we ask is, why VeChain? I mean, I haven't seen you around. You just popped up. Why are you coming to our ecosystem? What brought you here? And then, well, sometimes the discussion ends that way because they know they're not in the right place. But yeah, we've been very critical the last few months and maybe not been very popular to some projects. But yeah, we think it's good to ask the questions and also tell projects, yeah, we can't do it. We're not going to host it because, yeah, we feel the responsibility, and we all had our projects that weren't the prettiest way of handling the community or just blank leaving. And we want to avoid that happening in the future. So yeah, sometimes people can get pissed off. Well, that's the job we have, hopefully, but can't please everybody.
So I like where this is going right now. And I think that the action item that we have after this space is, I hate to call you out because you're not up here, but Non-Fungible News definitely going to be part of this. Janufsky, Malik, let's get you in the project leaders Discord and let's start a channel that's dedicated to this and talking about how we can do this. Because the other thing I'm hearing is this might be a almost extension of our marketplaces here, where instead of having the marketplaces have to waste time out of their day qualifying projects, they can have somebody do an intro call for them, kind of like you would in a normal business where you have a business development team and an account executive team. The BDRs are going to go qualify projects and qualify prospects. They're going to bring them to the AE that then do some selling and create a sales process. That I think needs to come here. It only makes sense for scale. So I think that might be kind of one of the core actions we take from this, get those individuals into that Discord and start moving. And if you're one of those community members that wants to be part of that conversation and that type of council, let us know. Get in the comments right now so that we can start collecting that group of who wants to be part of that. Lucas, what do you have to add there?
I loved everything from VC and World of V. I think that it is very fair for us to ask hard questions. I know that Exoworld has been asked hard questions, and it has been an amazing opportunity for us to step up to the plate and grow as a project. So, if people aren't really ready to do that, they might not be ready to sustainably come into our project. So it's a good way for us to gauge how these projects are. And as far as what Exoworlds can add, we have an amazing new development department here in the US. We now just hired our 4th American dev, and they have been just restructuring everything, telling us what's wrong with our code, redoing things that we need to redo. And so, when we come out of this, we'll be at a place where we'll be able to help out the marketplaces or anybody and the foundation to see, is this, Web3 gaming project that's coming onto VeChain, are they legit? Are they just a marketing project? Is their Unreal Engine 5 build really something that's going to work? So we can contribute a little to that, but I love the conversation here, and we got to ask the tough questions, because the people that are here to do good will answer them, and if they're struggling, we'll help them. But that's how we should do it, and I agree with you guys.
Lucas, I think you hit it on the head again. It's like we're all really on the same page here. Satoshi, what are some of your thoughts, and then we'll toss it back to World of E.
Yeah, I'll be quick. I think we've done a good job as a community, just making sure we're kind of, as the community are vetting these new projects that are coming out. It's one thing to, make sure that they're showing up in Twitter spaces and getting to know the community and projects and other leaders in the space. But listening to them talk is different than watching them walk. I think one way new projects have really gained the trust of other, projects and community members is seeing them actually buy into other projects. Now, I'm not saying that that has to be a prerequisite to launch a project on VeChain, but it certainly does help to show that, like, hey, I'm here for the entire ecosystem. I want to make this a better place. I want to help grow it too. And I'm going to show you by doing this, that, and the other. I think that's one way that kind of shows rather than just kind of talking about it. That's one thing, but just my 2 cents.
And I think those are, great points too. And that's what we talk about a lot here, is walking the walk. I think you see a lot of, hell, the last bull run in Web3 was literally all because people were talking the talk, not walking the walk. We were watching some of the best marketing efforts ever, pumping tokens that had absolutely zero utility, or these ridiculous visions that they weren't going to reach. I mean, and some people, they believed they were going to reach them. And I think that was one of the comments that, Chud was talking about here, is some of these projects, they believe they're going to do this, but it's because they don't know what they don't know, because they haven't talked to somebody that actually understands how that's possible. And that can, go through with this type of counsel. World of V and then King Solomon, will have you end off this topic before we go to the next giveaway and end with our last action item before we open it up to the community. So World of V, take it away.
Yeah, I don't know if you had the opportunity to have the ICO bull run in 2018-17. It was even worse than the last bull run, to be honest. That was full of fake promises, and you could do an ICO every week and get scammed. I mean, it was very easy. But to get back on checking projects, Solomon, I was wondering how your experience is on other blockchains. How do you check projects? Do you even check projects before they commit? Do they do that? I mean, you're not on a marketplace, but yeah, do you know how they do it?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was going to bring up to an extent, especially when you talk about NFTs and the NFT ecosystem. Like, I was a part of Hedera back, way back before even Hedera had NFTs. So, testnet, scrolling through articles and getting micropayments on testnet back in like 2019, I think. And the NFT space on Hedera was like extremely non-user friendly when it first started. Like, I would say the middle of last year, probably like June, July, or whatever. They had like one marketplace, but the one marketplace was a little bit confusing. And if you look at, like, I don't know how many of you have looked at Hedera recently, but it is night and day. Like, I would argue the fact that, like, when you see OpenSea and Rarible on Ethereum, and you see Solana, and you see all these other ecosystems down 90-95%, and you look at Hedera's volume from a marketplace standpoint, hitting all-time highs, like in the middle of literally a bear market, even recently, and every NFT project selling out. Like, that's because of community building. So as far as vetting is concerned, within that ecosystem, it's a lot of, hold on one second. it's a lot of people that have been there since the onset, that are able to call bullshit with new people that come in. And yes, it's not like Hedera is very, innocent until proven guilty as far as ruggers are concerned. But it's also there's so much or so many people collaborating together that it's kind of easy to, like, I guess from the project standpoint, be able to call out, bullshit and not bullshit. I've even seen people in that community derug stuff. So as far as like metrics or, having some sort of a formula from the marketplace standpoint, I can't touch on that. I do know I asked Brad from VC, and I told him I would get him into contact with Hashpack and what they're doing, which I plan to do in the future. I don't know what the vetting aspects are. I'm sure that there's some sort of simple vetting metrics, but like I don't know if you can really vet projects at the end all be all period. Like, because nobody knows circumstances between these projects. You have to it's just like the best due diligence you can do. And for me, that's probably going to come from the actual NFT projects and creators in this space and seeing what these other projects are doing or how they're acting or how knowledgeable they are about the ecosystem, and having spaces with multiple people in the same space or multiple projects to be able to inform the community about what's going on. From the XRPL, the XRPL is super nascent as far as NFTs are concerned. XLS20 just launched like 3 weeks ago, and you do not have necessarily that huge collaborative effect right now. It's like a lot of projects think that they're going to be the end all be all marketplace or the end all be all project, and I don't think that that's the way that we push these networks forward. Because if you like, we can look at Ethereum as like the mainstay of like, okay, volume and liquidity as far as NFTs during a bull run, but then look what happens in a bear market. Nobody can sell the NFTs. Most of the shit falls to the wayside. Most of Ethereum, which the VeChain community, the Hedera community, certainly the XRPL community, do not want to see. Ethereum and Solana became like the old boys club. If you know somebody that knows somebody and you launch an NFT project, your NFT project is going to do well. You're going to make millions of dollars, and you're going to walk away from the community and do X, Y, and Z. So how to mitigate that? I think it comes down to grassroots and not a top-down approach, but a bottom-up approach, which I love what the VeChain Foundation talks about. We don't have to be first. We just have to measure everything else that's going on and then implement the correct things and implement the NFT aspects in a bottom-up approach. And it's like, let's start from a position that's so organic and so natural, where we're able to flush out bullshit, and then let's take it to the next tier and take it to the next tier. I know I'm rambling, but that's kind of my opinion on it. And yeah.
Well, I get where you're going here. I heard a line recently that really stuck with me, just listening to, one of my mentors. And they mentioned, if it's not measurable, it doesn't exist. And I think that that's something that we can bring to these projects, like you're saying, where it's tough to say this is the end all be all for everybody. But maybe there are those core foundation questions that we can ask every project, that we don't, involve bias, where some projects get a different question than others, and we almost like score their answers on it. Again, thinking out loud, and maybe this is, too analytical with, creating scores, but could be an idea down the road where, I'm just picturing this almost kind of VeChain project board that, does an initial qualifying conversation with them, invites them into the community, and, kind of relays, here were their answers to some of the core questions. Then maybe the community votes on, here's some scores we can associate related to those questions. And this project is a 3.5 out of 5 in terms of quality entering the ecosystem. I don't know what that might look like, but it could be really interesting to explore something like that.
I mean, to finish the thought process, like a lot of this space, whether that be NFTs or unit of account based assets or anything that it is, like, I even 5 years into this space, like I've been mistaken putting my trust into certain people. And this was like 6-7 months ago. So 5 years in, I still make mistakes. So the big thing for me when it comes to NFTs is, or just in general, I don't necessarily trust people to the extent as I trust either code, or if it's just artwork, it's just artwork. And if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Can somebody deliver something is one thing, but why promise something that you don't know if you can deliver at the onset of a project? Is the intention just to sell something out? Or, you can have goals, you can have dreams, you can want to build all these, economies and ecosystems out for your community, but it should start with community, and it should start with community liking the art you're creating, and liking the ecosystem that you already have, that people have to have an access point into. If you're promising building that on the back end of this stuff, it just becomes very difficult for me. And I've never made an NFT purchase. So you guys, like the VeChain community and VC, you guys gifted me like 9 or 10 NFTs. And I told the community, like, I won't sell those. Like, well, if something 1,000x's, I'll fucking sell it in a heartbeat. But like, even the Hedera community, I have 200 NFTs, like around 200 from Hedera that I've never sold. I've never bought an NFT personally because I thought it was an investment. And that's different than what I look at from unit of account-based cryptos and things like that. I buy those things as investments, but from NFTs, I have to, number one, really like the artwork, or the game plan of the community. But still, it's like, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is, and you're really just gambling at that point. So it comes down to not necessarily even vetting individual projects, which I think is an extra tool, like you guys talked about Stockbats before, or Stocktwits before. Like, that's a good tool, and you can vet projects, but it should come down to the basis of just educating the community about risk and about their risk tolerance and about what they should be doing in this space and about custody and about vetting out projects like for themselves. So, and that's a difficult task to facilitate, I know.
See, I think your problem is you actually haven't heard of. Well, no, I want to make sure this gets out there. I think his problem is he hasn't heard about VeGhosts, which is a revolutionary NFT collection that came to VeChain at the start of the community. They went through 2 Halloweens now, and we think the primed for the third one. They're really going to take off. So I just want to mention the utility of being a ghost and that being a spooky day of the year. That there's a lot coming forward there. So I just want to make sure that is known. Don't sleep.
I feel like Brad is slowly losing his mind as this space is going on. Satoshi, would you like to start the next giveaway here, or Ferg, anything you have to add before we do that? Because I know we are well over time, but I think it's been a great discussion.
Yeah, my fault. And I'll keep it quick. I just wanted to say, I wanted to make sure that it didn't sound like we shouldn't be gatekeeping projects from coming here. I just wanted to make sure I said that it's not a gatekeeping thing, because that's not good. That's actually going to hurt us way more than it'll ever help. It's more of just asking the right questions so you can see if you personally want to invest in that. I think pushing people away is the wrong way to go. It's just, if you're in a space, you have a question, you want to shoot them a DM, you want to ask them in Discord, whatever it might be, don't be afraid to ask a question. But I just want to make sure it didn't come off as like we shouldn't be gatekeeping projects and pushing people away from VeChain.
Without a doubt. I think that is a great thing to clear up, because that is definitely not the intention. I think this is more actually welcoming that and giving these projects that want to come to this community a platform to speak to us, and having a format where we ask standard questions for us to get an idea of what that project's going to do. So I think that is a great comment there. Satoshi, do we want to go to our next giveaway?
Yeah, let's do it. Let me run through the projects for the giveaways in this section. If you are in the listeners want to come up during the giveaway, let me know. Shoot a request for the mic. We have Safe Haven, Stoner Punks, Viscerum, Non-Fungible Book Club, Mino Mob, Anonymous, No Nerds Inc. I know they're coming up. Smuzzies and V Corgi. So if you want to come up, please request the mic. If you're not speaking, drop down and we'll bring you back up when it's your turn to talk about your project.
Yeah, actually, I am, before I descend into madness, it is getting late and I have to get up early. So I appreciate everyone. It's been a blast. Ride this baby into Valhalla for me.
Yeah, Brad. We will. Thank you for having us, Brad. Can we get some hearts and some applause in the chat?
He just said he thanked me for having him. Welcome to my space, mofos. I will let you guys.
You can tell it's low.
I will let you guys.
Yo, I'm actually gonna kick you. You're not leaving. I'm kicking you. You're not leaving. I'm kicking you out.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Satoshi, let's get this giveaway going.
Get out of here, Brad.
Definitely feeling it.
All right. So, well, I believe Tyler already said it. But Tyler, you want to talk about, you're giving away 5 safe key devices and 20K SHA. Is that right?
Yeah, and just to clarify, people are going to be receiving a code to where they can go to our website and order the safe key device themselves. They're going to have to pay for the shipping because that's like randomized. So that's the only thing they're going to have to pay for. And once we get that wallet address, we'll send over the 20,000 SHA to the 5 winners.
Awesome. Yeah, so all you got to pay for is the shipping. Light work. All right, so we have 5 winners here. First winner is Yoger83. Then we have MP2999312. Then we have Novidia D. Then we have Carmoose. And the last winner is X_VeChain. X_VeChain. So congratulations to those winners. Awesome prize there. Next project we have up is Stoner Punks. I see Jordan's already up here. He's got that little hand raised. Jordan, you want to talk about the giveaways you got for today?
Yeah, we're giving away 2 pieces. The first one is a Iron Sunny piece. It's a piece of Sonny Lou looking like Tony Stark in front of the Avengers building turned into VeChain headquarters type thing. And then the second one we're giving out is actually a custom Stoner Punk. Yeah, it's pretty big. That's 3,500 value. You will get to meet with our artist and create a Stoner Punk of your own. So good stuff.
That's amazing. I was really jealous of the winners here. All right, so the winner of the custom Stoner Punk is a Crypto Dude 1. And the winner of the Iron Sunny is Tai Bend. So congratulations, awesome prizes. I got to get myself a custom Stoner Punk too. I got to think about who I want though. But thank you, Jordan. I appreciate you, man, and love what Stoner Punks are doing.
Yeah, if I could say just real quick,
yeah, go ahead.
We do have a drop tomorrow, 8 p.m. UTC. So, yeah, hope to see you all there. Thank you.
Awesome. Keep an eye out for that drop. I believe it's going to be on World of V. So keep an eye out for that drop. All right, the next project I have here is VeChain. Data said he wasn't coming up, and he said I said, what should I say about it? He goes, nothing, just give it away. But I see he's up here. So Data, do you want to talk about it real quick?
It's generative art. It's an NFT on VeChain. If you like, cool. If you don't, it was free. Sell it, whatever. That's about all I got. Thanks, guys.
I was waiting for you to end it. It's generative art. I thought it was going to end right there.
So did I. Just give it away, he says. What should I say about your project? I don't know. Just give it away. Data, thank you for everything you do. I know you're one of the unsung heroes behind the scenes, man, and you deserve a lot more praise than you get. I think we all know how much you do, but we don't always realize like how awesome it is, the stuff that you put together for us all. So thank you, Data. All right. And I'll see you in Las Vegas. All right. So the winner of the VeChain is Batcher NFT. Congratulations. You won the generative digital collectible on VeChain. All right. Congrats. The next project I have is Non-Fungible Book Club. I invited Designer to come up and speak. Designer, I'm looking at you. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you can or can't speak. If not, I'll just run through the giveaways. Let's see. Okay. So Non-Fungible Book Club. I believe Critter Club put up these prizes. It's a new project that's coming out. Hasn't minted yet. They are doing some really cool stuff. Definitely recommend checking it out. It's different. It's something new and refreshing to the ecosystem. First prize they're giving away is a VICT and a Dragons of Singapura, and the winner of that is CB102DB. Next one is a Funky Salamander and a Yeet Crusader, and the winner of that is Mike BTFD. All right, the third prize package is a Dragons of Singapura and a Warbands, and the winner of that is Elisardo. And the last giveaway prize is a Dancing Queen and a Dragons of Singapura, and the winner of that is Ski Goggle Pirate. All right, so thank you for those prizes. I appreciate it. I can't wait for your project. You guys are doing some really cool stuff over there. Next one we have is, and I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to go through this as fast as I can, but also making sure we highlight awesome projects and what they did to give back to the community. So the next project we have here is Mino Mob. I invited them up to speak as well. I don't know. Mino Mob, if you are here, request the mic. I'll bring you up. But they're giving away a package of some really cool prizes as well. If you have spoke in this section, feel free to drop back down. But we'll go through Mino Mob real quick. They're giving away 1 Mino Mob plus 1 legendary elixir plus 2 super rare elixirs plus 5 rare elixirs. And the winner of that is the franchise 3. All right. Same prize package. Mino Mob, Legendary, 2 super rare, 5 rare, Scarofin. All right. And then another one is a Mino Mob, 3 super rares, 5 rares, Brownie. Brownie. It's spelled differently, I promise. It's weird. Brownie. All right. Anyway, same prize package here. Mino Mob, 3 super rares, 5 rares is Stefan. So congratulations. Those are some awesome prizes. Next project, Venonymous. And I see Venonymous is up here as a speaker. You want to talk about what you're giving away and a little bit about your project?
Yep. And just keep the nervous guy last, as usual, I guess. So we're giving away 1 or 2 hoodies and then 2,500 vet. It'll be like 2,600 vet, $50 USD in vet to each winner. So we'll just need to send you a DM and get your size, and then you can buy some NFTs with the vet you get.
All right. Did you switch it up on me, Dog? Did you switched up the prize package? So wait, we're giving away. Okay. Wait.
Check your DM. No. Check your DM, because I don't do that.
Okay, so wait, we're giving away a hoodie, and
it'll be 25. It'll be like 2,600 bet and a hoodie to 2 people.
Okay. All right, cool. I had something different, but we'll roll with it. I like it. I wish I won this. Okay, so the winner of the hoodie and 2,600 vet-ish is Apple TJ and the real Dan Tad. Congratulations. That is awesome. Cool. I'm just typing. I got my spreadsheet.
Is that all the giveaways for this section?
Nope, we're not done yet. Let's bring up No Nerds. Where are they at? Where are the No Nerds at?
They've been damn active in the comments, so we'll definitely get them up here.
They DM'd me and said, bring us all up. Bring us all up when it's our turn to speak, is what they said. So come up here, request the mic. While we're waiting for them, I'll move on to Smuzzies. Smuzzies can't talk right now. He said, but he's got 2 giveaways here. One, the winner of that is Flores 2, and same package of prizes. The winner of that is Chudnufsky. So congratulations, that's awesome. Smuzzies is killing it, doing some really cool stuff. Are the No Nerds guys up here yet?
They are not. They might not be ready.
Okay, all right. Anonymous, we got a couple more. Do you have a question or a comment, or do you want to change your giveaway?
No. I finally caught my breath, so I was just going to give a quick rundown on Venonymous. We have a supply of 2,000 NFTs. Each NFT is a vote in everything we do. If we decide to make a purchase with the community fund, each Venonymous is a vote. You can get in there and make your vote and your decision, and then let your voice be.
That was my bad. That's on me. I muted everybody.
Hey,
I did it.
Bingo
I did
card.
it.
Whoever had that on the bingo
I muted
card.
everybody.
Doing me dirty.
That was on me, dog.
Whoever had
so
that on
dirty.
the
That was
bingo card,
on me, bro. I swear it was an accident.
Anonymous, keep
Palms
going,
are sweaty. That was a quick rundown. I think that was perfect.
I'm glad it wasn't me. I get so
guys.
nervous because I'm trying to like do the emotes and stuff, and like it's right next to that mute button.
Mute him now. Do it.
Yeah, that was on me. I was trying to bring someone up, and then someone else brought him up, and then that mute everyone button just staring at me right in the face. All right, next project we have is V Corgi. I don't know if V Corgi is here, but we got like 5 high-ranked Corgi gangs to give away, which is awesome. I love their art. Cool project, cool community. So the winners of the V Corgis are V Chief, Ace Cuevas, William the Whale, Alan Pink, and Vox_VO. All right. So congratulations on winning the V Corgis, the Corgi gangs. All right. Let me see. The last project we have in this section is No Nerds. No Nerds ghosting us. I mean, typical. Saw this coming from a mile away. But let's go ahead and run through these giveaways, huh? So, really cool giveaways, actually. Really cool. First giveaway is they will sweep the floor of your favorite project with 2.5K vet. All right. And the winner of that, and I think you get the whatever they sweep with. So basically you get to pick the winner of that is, oh man, Penny Apu WL. Penny Apu WL. All right. Next winner, 30,000 Union. 30,000 Union token. Winner of that is Bearded Conspiracy. Awesome. And then third giveaway is one unminted bully. And the winner of that is Corey Hatui, aka H2 Franco. Congratulations, you won the unminted bully. So that wraps it up for that section of giveaways. We actually have two more giveaway sections. They're shorter in length. That was probably the longest one there. So let's rock.
All right, let's keep the space going. We got two more giveaways left, and we got two more topics left. One of those is the question from all of you. So let's go into our next topic, which I think is one that a lot of you are super interested in. How this group of leaders in this ecosystem is going to be working with the VeChain Foundation, which I think is going to be a very fun discussion. And I'll kick things off with something that happened that, King Solomon kind of teased a little earlier when talking about working with enterprise companies. On a space the other week, we had an individual from an organization called UCO Network come up and speak on a VeChain space. UCO Network has been working with the VeChain Foundation for quite some time. And what they've been doing is tracking cooking oils and used biofuels to, help determine destination, just help with sustainability of getting it to the right destination, and just tracking everything correctly. Now, one thing that they talked about that they did was there is a grade associated to each shipment in terms of the quality, the type of product, whatever it might be. And they described that as the boring part of NFTs. They said it is an NFT that we are, providing them, but there's not really a fun element to it. And that's where we had just an open dialogue talking about, well, how can we come in and collaborate? The idea that we brought up, which I think is in the very early stages of just an idea, is potentially helping validate some of those shipments with our NFTs, where a certain grade of shipment could be associated with a certain NFT in this ecosystem. I know No Nerds, who we were just talking about as one of the prizes, actually claimed and said, we want to be the shittiest grade in the ecosystem. So if there is a crap grade that goes out there for these shipments, we want to be the visual one that's associated to it. And we're going to be able to figure out, what types of projects might be able to add a new element to this, shipment stamp that goes out to say, hey, as much as this is a grade A, it is, but you're also confirming it with a picture of, of Yu-Gi-Oh! Warriors, of a picture of a war dog, whatever it might be. And I think that is a really interesting, conversation because it brings new utility to our NFTs that I haven't heard about. And, we would be helping enterprise smart contracts at a large level with a company that is claiming to own about 20% of that entire market share in the next few years. So I'll stop there. I think it's a great place to start. What are some thoughts here? And of course, Foundation, any light that you want to shed on what doing with you all, feel free to jump in.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can jump back to, near the start, I guess, we were talking about the onboarding aspect. I think they've been benefiting, from the kind of stuff that's being worked on with the Foundation in that regard in terms of the developer tooling and stuff. So that is a nice example to raise, actually, because I think they've put that out there prior, but yeah, I mean, these guys are kind of live firing some of the new stuff that's coming that is proving its worth for people that aren't necessarily blockchain devs but want to get stuck in the space, kind of enabling this sustainability ecosystem. It's obviously part of the Foundation's broader objectives now, and with that comes that need for the easy access and onboarding. And obviously NFTs, they play a huge role within that kind of ecosystem. I noticed, I was just perusing the comments earlier, very funny. I was loving reading those. And people are talking about the recent inventory monetization NFT use case, and how that's kind of being applied in this fundraising mechanism. And I think, NFTs have such a promising future, and that conversation does need to be had, at a grander scale, kind of what's in the on the roadmap for this technology, because unique digital identification has so much variation to how it can be applied. And I mean, your idea sounds fantastic. I can't comment on that conversation. I didn't actually see it myself. stuff or anything. But I mean, if that can be integrated, I mean, that's obviously a great kind of direction for everyone, isn't it? Mutual win.
Couldn't agree more. And they're in that project leaders Discord to actually work with us on that initiative and see what we can start coming up with, because as much as it's an idea now, who knows what it's going to turn into in a few months with just more consistent conversation about this. But I'll hand it over.
Exactly.
Or go ahead.
Well, if I may interject, I think there's definitely a massive amount of value to be gained from community builders at large as well. The kinds of tools and technologies that we see being built at the community level. I mean, I just want to give a shout out to VeChain.energy again, because this guy's putting out some amazing tools into the ecosystem, so much so that one of the foundation devs came along and was like, oh, we've made these materials, can we give this guy a bit of a spotlight? Just being kind of amazed at what they were working on, because it's actually kind of similar veins of development focus as to what's being done at the foundation. So the tools that are coming out of the ecosystem have so much value, and they're really taking advantage of the amazing kind of technologies that are native to VeChain 4. So keep working, and the tools will find their place and create that value that everyone wants to raise everyone up. So yeah, definitely amazing stuff to see it all.
I love that.
I have a
Satoshi, go ahead, and then we'll hand it over to Safe Haven.
Yeah, I have a confession. I was talking to Brett. I was like, man, this VeChain Energy group is killing it. They're killing it. He goes, what do you mean group? It's one person. Like, just absolutely killing it. And I was like,
Monster.
What? I mean, he doesn't get enough credit, and that's 100% sure. And I don't know if he likes, kind of just working behind the scenes, and that's cool too. But man, we should all be showing some love, because that's the kind of person that really takes us to the next level. Keep building stuff like that. So, but yeah, it's not a group. It's not a group.
Part of this community focus that we want to really start in 2023. He's kind of, I've personally been talking to him because we want to kind of create a bit of a spotlight. This guy is working diligently, putting out some amazing tools. And if anyone remembers fee delegation as a service, this thing that Peter Zhao put out, way back when, and he's actually made tools out of it for commercial use. And it's just amazing to see people run with this stuff. So watch this space. He'll be getting a little community developer series soon, and that, of course, is something we will extend to the rest of you once we've got that one out the way.
Well, there's some good alpha for all of us. I'm looking forward to that series, as well as some future ones potentially to come. That is awesome to hear.
Exactly.
Safe Haven, take it away. I know you've had your hand up next, and then we'll hand it over to World of V.
Yeah, so I have a couple things I want to touch on how Safe Haven can help other projects work with the VeChain Foundation. But I'm just going to talk about the one thing that's at hand right now, the topic of what you were referring to with connecting NFT projects with essentially making it gamified and making it fun for everybody. So what Safe Haven can do is we can provide a decentralized inheritance link for that entity to tell their community to go print NFTs that they're receiving with a decentralized inheritance plan. And then from the 5% flow back that their inheritee referral link receives, they could essentially put all those SHA rewards towards their community members that are collecting those NFTs by telling them stake these NFTs to receive a portion of the cumulative SHA that has been collected. So that would be a way to always ensure that the NFTs that they're giving to people remain accessible, because who's to say that this entity doesn't want to create other forms of utility for that NFT later down the line, like 5 years down the line, saying, hey, we have a special show happening in Las Vegas. If anybody has this NFT, all you have to do is open up your blockchain, show it, scan your address for proof of authentication, and then you can gain access. So if somebody lost access to their wallet and they did have that NFT at one point and they didn't have an inheritee plan, then they wouldn't be able to take advantage of the future utility protocols of that NFT that they once collected. So that's one way that we could work together on this initiative.
And I think that kind of goes back to, the point we were talking about earlier with onboarding resources. I think this almost needs to be another step in everybody's projects, that, hey, you've now set up a wallet, you're, bought your first NFT, how the fuck do you protect it? And it becomes, a new thing that I think all of us and all of our individual Discords should encourage, because I also think it sets us apart. It's not something I see in other ecosystems. It's something that makes this place unique, like the fee delegation. World of V, and then tossing it back to Satoshi.
Yeah, sorry. I think the V-Bounce is a great example of working together with the foundation. Sorry, my voice is going on. It's a great example of using the things we've built, developed, and putting it to use to ATP, but there's a lot of other projects and customers that could use our developments, our NFTs, our marketplaces to use for their businesses. So, yeah. And for example, Lava, we just partnered with them. They're really on the business side as well. And we're going to try and make the connection between their technology and our NFT marketplace. So, yeah, I think, we're looking at NFT projects now, but the business side is also very interesting and could bring in a lot of new wallets. And new wallets mean we would have a better spread in NFTs.
I love it. I mean, I think it's building on everything that we're talking about. Consistency is gonna be the key for this ecosystem and working together as a unit. Satoshi, what do you have to add on there?
Yeah, I definitely have something I want to touch on about this. But as we kind of wrap up this section, I want to ask the following projects to request the mic if you're able to for the next giveaway section. VFox Alliance, Virtual Flame. I don't know, Ferg, are you handling that, or is Flame coming up?
That would probably be data. I have no idea what way.
Okay. Or else I can handle it too. Psycho Beast, Mad V Apes, Exo Worlds, which I see Lucas up here, and V Kings. I invited Hippo. I know Brad's snoozing right now. He's catching some Z's. If Hippo can come up, or else I can just run through the giveaways. But yeah, speaking, to the topic here, yeah, we really even haven't scratched the surface on what NFTs can be and what they can mean and what they can do. We're still really early into this. I think one thing that we're focusing on right now with Mad V Apes is to get more Web 2 companies and businesses involved in Web 3 through our project. And what that's looking like is plots of land in our Mad City metaverse, discounts for our holders. If you hold the Mad V Apes, you get discounts on certain products and services of these companies. Now, that's cool and all. It can be either a discount to the buyer, or it can be a kickback to the community wallet. It just depends on how we want to structure that deal with these businesses, and that's cool. But what I really am excited about is getting more companies into our project and have a separate channel for the projects, or I mean businesses, within the Discord, or a special place for them within Mad City, where maybe these companies and these businesses have synergies and they can create business opportunities amongst each other via being in Web3 and through Mad Apes. That's the kind of stuff that I'm excited about, is to see Web 2 start bridging over to Web 3, and all the while providing more value to our NFTs and to our holders and our ecosystem. So that's something that we're really focused on right now. We got Connor, 2 or 3 companies already on board, and we're kind of working through the details on a couple more. Really awesome stuff.
Yeah, I think that is a great point here, because it's something I also was hoping to bring up for this portion. VeChain, we always hear they're built for business, they're built for enterprise. Well, VeChain is working with gigantic enterprises, Walmart China. How about these little startup organizations that we might be able to bring to the ecosystem and help establish that kind of new foothold of business? It doesn't have to be just a billion-dollar corporation that can benefit from this. There's other individuals that can in very easy ways. Like Satoshi was just mentioning, one of the companies that's coming to Mad City is called Coney Superfoods. They are a health and food product that's basically disrupting normal peanut butter spreads. And what they're doing is they're going to have a building on my Mad City plot in our metaverse that's going to offer discount code for all of their products and services. But that's available to anybody that just walks in the building. We're also going to do something on top of that, where anybody who holds a Mad V8 and goes to their company to check out on their website, depending on their ape, they're going to get a certain discount. And on top of that, if they use that discount code, we're going to kick a royalty back to MVA. And that's going to generate revenue for this business. And that's going to happen over and over and over again. You start to get 10, 15 of these small startup companies that offer differing products and services. This becomes what I've talked about on these spaces so many times, the black card. Somewhere where you go and you know that if you're going to buy something, whether it's at Louis Vuitton, whether it's at a store down the street, you're getting a burger from McDonald's, if you go to checkout with your VT address and scan that you have an ape, you got a good shot that there's a discount. That would be awesome. Now, it's going to take a shit ton of time for that to happen, but we are starting. And it's starting with people personally that I've been working with, startups that I talk to. It doesn't have to just be me. Every single person here I know has a friend that owns a gym, training business, that owns a t-shirt company, that owns X. Why don't you bring them onto the plot? Why don't you get them involved in the conversation? Because this is only bringing value to them as well as us. Because the one thing that I thought was so interesting talking to these startup founders that we've brought to Mad City so far is them looking at the Discord going, holy shit, we didn't realize this is a soundboard. This is an ability for us to, do what every single startup struggles to do. Get feedback from the fucking market. That is not just your friends and family or not a random survey that you are launching to 500 people over email that you're going to get some very unbiased answers or some biased answers on because they just rushed through it to get that $50 gift card. No, you're going to have people that are, hanging out in a Twitter space for 2.5 fucking hours. And who knows how long this is going to keep going to collaborate and work together and actually care. That's huge for startup companies. And speaking of startup companies, guess what Mad V Apes did? We became part of fucking Startup Grind. And I implore other startups or other projects in VeChain to reach out to me. I have connections at Startup Grind. I am more than happy to help and get the conversation started. Safe Haven is in there. They were the ones that paved the way for this shit. We have 6,500 startup companies that are all looking to learn about Web3, and we're the only fucking Web3 companies in that group. Team, that is an opportunity. That is what King Solomon was talking about. We're in our echo chamber here. There's a whole playground of 5 million people in that community that are all looking at us. And thankfully, team, selfish plug here, I'm the only individual, along with my, co-host Luke down there, that are running a Web3 web series with Startup Grind, all about bringing Web2 companies and Web3 companies together to talk about topics. And guess what? I own that shit with Luke, and I'm starting in VeChain and bringing the eyes here because I love what this ecosystem is doing. So, if that doesn't get you a little bullish, and sorry for my rant there, I hope it does. And VeChain, that's something I wanted to bring up with you all. Seem to talk about how we can get some of these smaller entities that could see value from your products and services that you're providing these large scale entities and what that might look like. But I've gone on a rant too long. Satoshi, Safe Haven, and then Lucas. Let's take it away.
Yeah, real quick. Businesses are always looking for new customers, more customers. They want to expand their customer base. Guarantee it. Don't care what they're selling, services, products, they want more business. If you can show them that, hey, if we do this, we can bring you X amount of potential customers. Now, whether or not they need that product or services that you're offering, that's a, time will tell, but at least we're bringing you to the table, to this community that we have. And what I wanted to say, Connor, was getting that one under your belt, big or small, it's a great first step because then you could see how it goes. You could collect data and you could use that data to bring in more businesses, right? I actually went ahead, when Connor announced the Connie Superfoods thing, I went ahead and made an order. I ordered a 2-pack of these jars of, like Connor said, it's kind of like peanut butter, but super healthy and nutritious. They threw in an extra one because they knew I was ordering and I was part of the Mad V8s community. And I'll tell you what, man, spread that stuff on a banana. I'm an ape, right? I'm an ape. I eat bananas in the morning, throw a little Connie superfood spread on there. It's delicious. I'm telling you, it's good stuff. So I'll be making some orders. You'll see those kickbacks to the Mad V Apes community wallet. I'll be putting my donation in there for sure. No, but really, it's exciting because it's real life and it's real utility. You can save a little bit of money buying something that you're going to use. That's cool. That's something that I'm really excited about. But yeah, that's just my real life experience with this. And even one step further, sorry, real quick, War Dogs, they did that tweet. We tweeted at chewy.com. I said, hey, does owning a War Dog get me a discount on my next Chewy order? Well, guess what? Chewy told me to DM them. They were like, create an account because I see you don't have an account yet, you idiot. Create an account, make an order, and we'll give you a 10% discount. And I did, and they gave me a 10% discount. Now, it didn't lead to a full-on partnership with War Dogs, but it at least, shows the ability and the power of what can be and what will be if we keep pushing and going down this road. So real cool, real life experience that has happened to me with Web 2 and Web 3 coming together in my life, and I want to keep seeing that going forward.
I love that, Satoshi, and I'm so happy that you like the product. To be honest, I am such a fan, and get ready. There's a new one coming, so stay tuned. I'll make sure that you get the update when it comes out. Same with all of you, VeChain fam. And just because we started with Mad V Apes, yeah, that doesn't mean we won't be going to every single other company. If you all are interested in collaborating with Coney, let me know. I am sure they would be interested to collaborate with you all. And like I said, it doesn't have to be just me and some small group of individuals doing this. Your friends, your family, I'm sure you know somebody that would be interested to get exposure to this community. Safe Haven, Jordan, Lucas, and King Solomon.
Man, so before I hop into SafeSwap and what we're going to be doing to help other projects hop into the VeChain ecosystem, I want to touch on Startup Grind since you brought it up. Myself and Crypto as Vet, he's down in the audience. We recently went to San Francisco back in October. It was around October 20th, 21st, to meet the founder of Startup Grind and a whole bunch of other businesses that are within the community to essentially talk about what Safe Haven is going to be doing to enable these Web 2 businesses to go into Web 3 with decentralized inheritance protocols. And one of the things that we highlighted was we made sure to tell Derek Anderson, the founder, that we've been working with Connor in the Maryland chapter of Startup Grind to establish what's known as metaverse protection packages. Now, this is all still in the works, but we've talked about it many times through announcements and whatnot over the past couple months. But in a nutshell, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be collaborating with well-known vetted NFT projects, Safe Haven ourselves, and Startup Grind to establish 1,000 or a random number, right? It could be around that number, 1,000, 2,500, somewhere around there. Limited packages to where there's 2 NFTs, safe keys in there, 10,000 SHA, and some utility tokens from that metaverse to where everybody has everything that they need to enter that metaverse to start their passive income journey protected. So that's one big thing that we're going to be doing with Startup Grind that I'm really, really excited about. They've got more than 5 million businesses in their global organization with more than 1,240 chapters. Correct me if I'm wrong, Connor, but it's like 1,240 chapters, right?
It's 5 million people, 600 different chapters in 124 different countries.
Got it. The 1, 2, 4 mixed me up. But yeah, I'm really excited with the Startup Grind stuff that we're doing. But getting back over to SafeSwap, because I don't want to take up too much time. I know everybody's been here for a long time tonight. In a nutshell, we spent over a year building SafeSwap, which is an atomic swapping platform that enables a token to go cross-chain from VeChain to Binance Smart Chain to Polygon, not Polygon, hello, and Ethereum, and vice versa. All those projects who are on Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, or Ethereum can come over to VeChain. So that's what we're going to be leveraging SafeSwap for to bring projects, including NFT projects that have actual utility tokens on Ethereum or Binance Smart Chain or Polygon already established, over to VeChain. We tell them, hey, come talk to us, establish a meeting. We'll talk about what you need to do to get listed on the SafeSwap. And then now you can have your token interoperable between all 4 of these blockchains, plus the other ones that we're going to be adding in the near future. So that's SafeSwap in a nutshell. It's really great because it literally allows an ecosystem to migrate their whole ecosystem to the other blockchains I supported. Yes, they're going to have to create those smart contracts, of course. Like you can't take a VeChain smart contract and let it run on Binance Smart Chain. You've got to recreate the smart contract and have it use that infrastructure and setup and whatnot. But SafeSwap allows that ecosystem to have their utility token on that blockchain to where they have a token to put in that smart contract. So it's the starting point. But that's SafeSwap in a nutshell. And if there's any projects that are building on any of the blockchains that I mentioned, just feel free to reach out to us if you want to get on SafeSwap and start doing interoperability, going to different communities and bringing them back to VeChain and showing them the fee delegation protocols. Because like we've been saying, the fee delegation protocols of VeChain are unmatched. There's no one out there who can beat VeChain's fee delegation protocol. So we could use SafeSwap as that tool to bring everyone in here. So let's really think about that, everyone.
Guys, I gotta hop off, Connor. I did want to leave you guys with one thing. I think this initiative is insane. Even hearing how passionate you are about what you're facilitating is absolutely insane, which is true. I mean, I feel the exact same way about what I've been trying to do. And to give you guys a heads up, like, my biggest advice would be to for every project to make yourselves uncomfortable. When I say make yourselves uncomfortable, I mean make yourself uncomfortable as far as going out into other ecosystems and telling them what you're doing, what you're building on VeChain. Just because you're building on VeChain doesn't mean, when you start making yourself uncomfortable and getting into other ecosystems, you'll realize very quickly that every other project builder is probably trying to do the same exact thing on that ecosystem as you're doing on VeChain. And connections are going to come way more so whenever you make yourself uncomfortable. You start having cross-chain discussions and you do all this stuff, and Yeah, I mean, it's been a pleasure to sit in here. I have to give a huge shout out to Satoshi for after I facilitated that Hedera Ween thing to say VeChain wanted to do something like this, and I was like, I definitely want to come on and support whatever I can do. And I know it's not like a lot of support, but sitting up here and listening to you guys and creating a VC account and a Sync2 wallet, it was very, very seamless. So like this probably for me is like not the end of my experience with VeChain, especially with all the facilitations you guys have coming in the early quarters of next year or so. I appreciate all of you guys. Every single one of you guys that is doing this is fucking amazing, by the way. And Cosma, our Connor and Satoshi, and every single one of you guys up here, it's fantastic. And to hear from the foundation as well. Thank you guys for having Sunny Lou hop onto our space last week, by the way. That was fucking insane. I had to take a break this week because that was just an insane space to manage. So I will talk to you guys and thank you guys so much. I'm going to finish making chicken parm. I'm looking forward to my safe haven aspects as far as claiming because I won that. And congrats to all the winners and good luck with facilitating the rest of this massive giveaway because I know it's insane to handle. So thank you guys.
Let's get some hearts in the chat for King Solomon, everybody.
Hey, King, real quick. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here, man. I've been here for 3 hours. What's up, bro?
Okay. And also, Genfinity is going to have a plot in Mad City as well. So going to be doing some business stuff too. Exciting.
No, 100%.
We dropped an alpha?
Yeah, I mean, as far as the metaverse stuff and delving out, like, there's so many different things that we could talk about. I forget who said it before, Connor, but who was down there that said that we have just begun to explore the aspects of NFTs? Because to me, that totally makes sense. I've actually been kind of the outlier and the contrarian, and the tinfoil hattie. A lot of the XRP community is very tinfoil hattie, and Hedera is not really like that, but I come from XRP, and a lot of people are like that. But I actually do think that if you look at what NFTs represent, unique aspects that exist on a distributed ledger that aren't necessarily the unit of account-based asset. You can look at the Federal Reserve, what they put out 3 or 4 months ago, having a value transfer between 2 individuals and seeing NFT next to each individual's name. So where do you think NFTs go in the future? It's not just what we're talking about right now, but you better believe that the enterprises are looking at the value propositions that all of the art-based projects are facilitating right now. The metaverse projects dealing with NFTs, the gate key aspect, the ticketing aspects. There's so many things you can do with NFTs, and I actually would argue that NFTs in the future might represent a bigger value proposition than unit of account based assets or native assets on ledgers represent. Totally. So what you guys are doing is awesome. You guys are building the future of not only VeChain, but the internet of value. So I give a huge shout out to all of you guys. It's been fucking amazing to sit up here. So thank you guys.
Thank you, King Solomon.
Appreciate you, brother. We'll talk soon.
Thank you so much for joining, man. Seriously, we really appreciate it and couldn't agree more with what you were saying.
Yo, Connor, should we run through the next section of giveaways, or should we get to these hands first?
Let's do the next section quick, and then we'll go over to Jordan and then Lucas to continue the convo and roll right into community questions. So after this giveaway, if you are from the community, raise your hand if you got something you wanted to talk about, if you've got a question for anybody or any projects, and we'll start rotating through.
All right, let's do it. I gave these projects a chance to come up, but they might be busy. So first project I have on my list is VFox Alliance. They went ahead and decided, you know what? Let's give out some VET. Let's give out some good old-fashioned VeChain. So we have 4 winners, each winning 2,500 VET. All right. So first winner is Xan NFT. That's XAN NFT. Second winner is Sage Trader. Third winner is XRP Fury. And the fourth winner is Crypto ATG. So you each won 2,500 VET, which is awesome. The next project I have on my list here is Virtual Flame Studios. They are giving away a bunch of different NFTs here. The first winner, or the first prize, I should say, is 1V-Nerd. And the winner of that is Miss Holly Grant. Congrats, Miss Grant. The second prize is a Viscerum, and the winner of that is Hamdi_Zal. Third prize is 1 V-Ghost, 1 V-Ghost Smuzzy, and 1 Metaversial. And the winner of that is Uno. Congrats, Uno. And the last prize here is one shreddies, and a Venonymous Shredder board. And the winner of that is Matthew Terraberry. Matthew Terraberry. Congratulations. So I believe we have a project up here that's next, which is Psycho Beast, and they had some stuff that they wanted to drop about their project. So I'll open the floor for Psycho Beast, and then we'll go through the rest of the giveaways for this section. Psycho Beast, what's going on?
Hey guys, an amazing space. I've been here for pretty much all of it. I was down there as Death for a while, but then realized I better swap out for Psycho Beast. Yeah, no. Basically, just wanted to mention that we know how the market is. You guys doing these kind of things is amazing. We need this, and we kind of thought the same. So, the mods in Psycho Beast decided to set up a scavenger hunt for the whole month of December, where all different projects from VeChain have decided to hop on and donate and do activities. So we'll be announcing that in the next day or so. Keep an eye out on our Discord, and yeah, have fun for December. So you'll have plenty of prizes and activities to do a whole month.
That is awesome. Yeah, I heard about this scavenger hunting across the ecosystem. I think it's a really cool idea. Again, bringing projects and communities together as one whole VeChain NFT community. And I think that's awesome. I see Vinrock came up here too. Vinrock, did you have something to add on behalf of Psycho Beast?
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? How's everybody going? Man, it's a long space, but we here. But just to jump on and add in, man, yeah, this was set up by NDM more specifically. He is one of our Psycho mods, a great community member, and yeah, we just wanted to do something big. You know what I'm saying? Something real big, and this scavenger hunt, man, this a jackpot of whoever wins this thing, like all the projects involved, like seriously, we appreciate it because it was a community effort. This is about the community, and that's what we wanted to do. And like I said, big shout out to NDM. If y'all know him, the name don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But definitely big shout out to him. And of course, this is for the community, for everybody. Everybody's gonna take part. Everybody donated. And it's going to be some real special and probably one of the biggest VeChain pots. I know there's a lot actually. Besides this space right now, this pot is crazy. So like
I think this one beat us. But yeah, we can't beat this. Come on, look at the names up here. But we come close. We come close.
No, I'm looking forward to it, you guys. I think it's a great initiative and another cool thing to bring communities together. I think especially right now where we're at in the market, it's looking a little grim out there. And I think right now is the time that projects need to focus on community and building community and making sure that, hey, we're all in this together. We're going to be all right, and keep focusing on that. So it's a great initiative. I love it. Can't wait to take part in it. And special shout out to Name Doesn't Matter. That guy is one of the voices of reason across a lot of different NFT projects on VeChain. He's a great member of the community. He's a level-headed guy and he sees where we're going, and he just wants to make sure that we all have the same mindset and vision and end goal in mind. So shout out, Name Doesn't Matter. Appreciate you, bro. All right, well, let's keep it rocking into these giveaways. So Psycho Beasts are giving away a rank 66 Nemesis and a rank 76 Prime. So some very high ranked NFTs here. The winner of the rank 66 Nemesis is M05095430. I actually think that's a new wallet. I could be wrong though. But going on, the winner of the rank 76 Prime is Wong Kalong. Congratulations. Those are some awesome prizes. All right, we have 3 more projects in this section. The next one I will talk about, it's Mad V Apes. We are giving away a Mad V Ape Alpha and a Mad V Ape Fusion. The winner of the Mad V Ape Alpha is Brutal Deluxe. Another great community member in a lot of different projects, so congratulations. And then the winner of the Mad V Apes Fusion is Tech 895, which I think is VeChain VeChain, I think. Tech 895, you won the Mavi 8 Fusion, so congratulations. The next project I have up here is Exo Worlds, and I do see Lucas is up here. Lucas, did you want me to run through the giveaway, or did you want to talk about it? Do you know what you're giving away?
Yeah, I actually wanted to come in here and say, guys, we are giving away an Exo World. It's rank number 418. It's Exo World 3867, and we have it. I think it's out of one of the company wallets, and we had it at 11,000 vet. So that's what we have for our giveaway. Lucky person gets to walk away with a planet and all that entails: airdrops and a character and access to an MMORPG.
Sheesh.
And the winner
Okay.
is Berg.
And the winner is Sigtoshi. Everybody have a great night. Thank you for coming to the space. It's been a great time. No, but awesome prize. Really cool. So the winner of the high ranked Exo Worlds is Anna 698444943. Anna, you won the Exo World. You are so lucky. Congratulations. All right, so let's go ahead and roll into the last project in this section, and that is VeKings. VeKings came in hot with some really cool prizes as well. First and foremost, the first prize is VeKing number 4229, and the winner of that is Connection M. You won a VeKing. All right, awesome. And then the next 4 winners are going to get 1,000 vet worth of VC. So 4 winners each getting 1,000 vet worth of VC. The winners are Supernova MVA, HAE 968941006, Not So Fungible, and Maria Carmenatras. Maria Carmenatras. So you each won 1,000 vet worth of VC. There we go. All right, we got one more section of giveaways. It's 3 more projects. Awesome giveaways. But let's get back into the conversation, and then we'll kind of wrap it up with some more giveaways. All right.
All right, Sigtoshi, nice job, man. You definitely got that last one. I heard it. I'm sure the user did too. But let's jump into the last portion of this space, which is questions from the community as well as building on the discussion we've already had. We have some hands up. So let's start with World of V, then we'll hand it over to Lucas and then Jordan, and we'll go with whoever's next.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I'm going to jump off. It's 2 a.m. here, and I have to get up in 4 hours. So, yeah, that's going to suck, but that's okay. It was an amazing space. Thank you guys for hosting this. It took a lot of work to organize it and everything with the giveaways and everything. So, great job. Really appreciate it. We're lucky to have you guys. And, yeah, respect, guys. I mean, I've seen 260 people in the space. A lot of more people are going to listen to it. Yeah, we smashed it, and I think we should keep doing this. And really looking forward to the next month space. Hope we can do it 1 hour earlier. Makes it a bit more convenient for us Europeans, but it was worth staying up. So thank you, guys. The next giveaway is probably us, I think, Leo.
Yes, it is, and you guys came packing with the heat. Genesis cards, V hashes, bunch of Wove token. Yeah, you guys put together a nice package of giveaways, and I just want to say you guys are killing it. You're coming out with new features. It seems like every other week, and I know you guys are hard at work and doing a great job. And you being here, late at night while you're sick and all that stuff just shows how dedicated you are to this space. So I appreciate it, and I thank you. Keep up the great work, man.
No worries, no worries.
Let's get some
launching
hearts.
another feature tomorrow, so keep your eyes out.
Oh, we got Alpha. Let's go. You're going to drop Alpha 2 a.m. from across the pond. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's ready, but we might launch it tomorrow. So keep your eyes out. And we're
keep our
releasing
eyes out.
something a lot of people have been looking forward to as well. So tomorrow is going to be a good day.
Tomorrow is going to be a good day. Can we get some hearts in the chat for the World of V team? World of V, thank you so much for participating in this space, helping grow this ecosystem. You, VC, Black V Market, you all have been crucial foundations to allow us here. So thank you for what you're doing, and we're super excited for the future.
No worries, mate.
Go get some much needed
night.
rest, my friend.
All right,
have a good night. We'll talk to you soon. Lucas, take it away, and then we'll hand it over to Jordan.
Hey guys, first off, I just want to say, Connor, I was inspired when you were talking about our community and getting VeChain out to the world, involving small businesses, startup grind. I was absolutely inspired. Exoworlds is definitely going to DM you. We are super interested, and we are super interested in Safe Swap as well. That sounds amazing from Safe Haven. We are definitely going to contact you guys. I feel very inspired. I feel so good about this community and what we can do together. And that's actually all I had to say. I've been holding it for like 30, 40 minutes. You guys are awesome. And yeah, thank you for having this,
Lucas,
this space.
Lucas, you are too kind. I am looking forward to your DM and working with you. And VeChain Foundation, I assume it goes without saying, but you've already been on one of the episodes for Bridging the Gap to Web3 with Startup Grind. Probably makes sense to get you in there because I think it would be pretty damn powerful if at one of these events we've got Mad V Apes, Exoworlds, Safe Haven, VeChain, VKings, Minomes, whoever else wants to join, going to an in-person event representing this ecosystem as a united front. Could be wild, so something I wanted to throw out there. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. We can give you a good word.
Let's do it.
So I'll DM you as well, but Exoworlds, we'll be talking and we'll make that happen. I love it.
Jordan, you guys are golden. Thank you so much.
Jordan, take it away.
Yeah, real quick, one other thing I wanted to bring up, and I know this has been discussed in other spaces, but it's especially applicable with the added support that the foundation has been giving us. It's important to remember that we have a lot of eyes on us right now. All these companies and these whales and all these just general new wallets that we're trying to bring in, they're looking at our community and they're watching to see how we behave and how we interact. So I'm not saying, you know, be on our best behavior by any means, but you know, just be conscious of what we're doing, you know. So I just wanted to leave you guys with that, and again, be proactive in the community.
I think that's a great point, and I think that goes all the way back to what Safe Haven said. You know, something that came to mind with me is when they were talking about Safe Swap. Could you imagine what an ecosystem that's established would look like coming from another blockchain over here? That's never happened before, so we don't know what it would look like. But look at what's happening with the Solana blockchain, for example. You had a huge, like every blockchain talking about it, movement with an NFT project. DGods on a Solana is talking about heading over to Ethereum. That is a topic across all blockchains. What happens if VeChain becomes part of that conversation? And now it can be because we have tools like SafeSwap. So, you know, again, just something to have in the back pocket there when you're saying eyes are on us. Yeah, they are. And if we keep building what we're building, they're going to want to join. Satoshi, what do you have to add? And then Safe Haven, and then Rob Nichols.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan, I think we can all read between the lines on what you're trying to say. You know, there's a place to be degens, but you know, we are also running businesses here. Each project is their own individual business, so need to be cognizant of that to some degree as well, especially if we're going to start bringing in Web 2 businesses because they have a reputation to uphold too. So if they're partnering with one of our projects, it is a reflection of their business too, that they've worked very hard for as well. So we need to start thinking like that. I totally agree with you. I think since the last space, I have seen a lot less of the petty bickering on Twitter and arguments that really hold no ground at the end of the day. Because like we said about before, we're arguing over a few $1,000s of volume and which project is getting the bigger piece of that pie. And that's silly. We should all be working together to grow that pie, you know, and we'll all get our share. I think that being said, like we need to continue on the path that we have been on in supporting each other. You know, not, I mean, War Dogs supports every tweet with a retweet. I don't know if you have to go as far as War Dogs does. But definitely like you know what's a big tweet, like what's important news that a project's putting out. Retweet it. Who cares? I mean, retweet it. Make sure you're supporting because you never know who from your follower group or your algorithm or whatever is going to see that, be interested by it, and then come over and check out VeChain and what else is going on over here. You just never know. Twitter is a weird but powerful thing. And I think we need to start, or
And
I should
everything
say
they retweet,
continue.
everyone else retweets, and so like we have like a, I'm not gonna do it now, but oh no.
So what? Yeah, I mean, retweet it. Retweet what I just tweeted. Go ahead, Lucas.
Oh, was I just speaking? I am so sorry. I
I
was
was
talking
gonna
to my
say you
friend
for
here.
sure unmuted yourself.
Oh, I admitted.
Go
I
ahead.
was okay. Well, now that I'm on blast, guys, I was just telling my friend it would be awesome if we had a Twitter account, a social media account for this exact leader group, and we could have retweets and likes, and it'd be a great way for us to be like, oh, this account liked or retweeted. That's an instant like or retweet. Anyways, I totally unmuted myself. Sorry,
That's a
guys.
great
I'm
idea,
literally
though.
making a note right now.
That's a great idea. And then everyone from the communities should follow that VeChain leaders Twitter. No, that's a great idea. But anyway, I just wanted to really piggyback off what Jordan was saying. Like, there's a time and a place for everything, but we need to understand that we are all running businesses here. Although it may not seem like it because they are, PFPs and animals and skeletons and Vikings and whatever else. But if we are going to go down this road, I'm bringing in real Web2 businesses. Well, then we need to start acting like it ourselves. So that's my 2 cents.
Damn right. And I love, what you said there, building on Jordan's point, because since the last space, I don't know about you all, but this is some of the most fun I've had in VeChain. I've had an absolute blast over the last month and a half. Not saying I didn't have a blast before, because I definitely did, but like every day waking up and seeing a new just GIF or something of somebody messing with somebody having a good time, just sharing the love as well as growing together. It's been the most refreshing thing. And honestly, it's made me forget that the bear market really exists a lot of times, because all of these people are in here having a great time together and we're all in the same pace. And regardless of what our bags say, we're all still here, doing what we're doing. And we know that the future, yeah, it's pretty fucking bright. We just have to do what we've been talking about the entire space. One step at a time, keep moving forward and stay consistent. So this space, this isn't the last one. We said on the last one, it's going to be once a month. Guess what? It's going to be once a month. We're going to keep this shit going, no doubt. And yes, for the European group, we're going to try and coordinate a different time. We agreed with this for the first two. Maybe we'll see what moving up an hour early looks like. See what that does to some of the, following, and see what we can do for the live audience.
Hey,
but
Connor.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and run through this last section of giveaways. It's giving me anxiety. I need to be done with this.
Do it.
And then we'll go around and get final thoughts and comments from the rest of the speaker panel and anyone else who wants to come up and kind of talk or have questions or, action items they want from us. But let's go ahead and rock out. I see War Dogs is up here. Basically, okay, the three last projects are War Dogs, New Pigs Order, and World of V. I'll handle World of V since Vet Lever had to leave. But War Dogs, do you want to chat a little bit about what you got for giveaways here?
Hey, sure thing, man. 5 dogs, 5 OG dogs, and enjoy them. And if you haven't joined the Discord, come flex your dog in the War Dogs Discord. And long live the blockchain. Check out the pinned tweet. Awesome space, guys. Thank you so much.
Retweet. Everybody retweet.
Oh, yeah, and retweet the retweet. And retweet everything that Leo posts. Doesn't matter if it's just a comment, retweet it.
Yeah,
that's the way.
It's awesome. I could always count on you, man. But great package of giveaway here. The winners are Space Pirate 2030, OXYZ, Morgo 90, Bima 1920, and Meshach 666010038. You each won a War Dog. So congratulations. That's awesome. Definitely go flex it in the Discord when you get them. By the way, little plug for everybody who won giveaways, give us some time. I basically have a master spreadsheet of all the Twitter names coinciding with all the respective VeChain wallet addresses. I'm going to compile this data and then send out a master spreadsheet to the project so that they can then disperse those prizes. So give a little bit of time. It's not going to be immediate. It's probably not going to be tonight. But it'll be coming soon. So I just want to preface that. The next project we have is New Pig's Order. I do see they're up here in the speakers box. New Pig's Order, what's going on?
Hey guys, how's it going, VFam? So yeah, we got a nice little giveaway for 2 lucky people. They will both win a one original MPO OG and a female Sal. So 2 people, both getting 2 NFTs there.
Okay, all right. Another one that changed it up on me. Okay, here we go. Let's do this on the fly. The winners of so it's one. Sorry, I'm flustered. You see what you did? Okay. 1 OG and 1 Sal, right? Here we go. The winners are Crypto Binks and House in House. Congratulations. Awesome prize. I need to get a Sal, actually. Those things look awesome. I need to grab one. ASAP Rocky. Okay, congratulations. Last project, but certainly not least, World of V. Big package of prizes here. Let's get it started. The winner of 1 Genesis card plus 12,500 Wove token is R. Buckley Rory. Congratulations. Okay, another winner of 1 Genesis card plus 12,500 Wove token is VeChain Soldier. Another winner of 1 Genesis card World of V is Melee Itaka. Okay. All right. Next, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 winners, each going to be winning 1 V hash plus 12,500 Wove token. And those winners are Duck FTM1, Oro 8 Oris, Crease W, Anti-Anxiety Guy. I feel that, brother. And Crypto _ Cuts. You won 1 V hash and 12,500 VAT. And that is a wrap for the giveaways. 124 individual winners and way more prizes than that. What a special freaking moment. Shout out to all the projects donating these great prizes.
Shout out to everyone. I believe, if I'm not wrong, that is the largest giveaway in the history of VeChain. So thank you for everyone that was a part of that. We'd love to make history. And I think it's only appropriate to hand it over to the blockchain that made it all happen, because I think you had some points to add on to the conversation. VeChain, anything to add here?
I mean, just it's been an amazing turnout to see everyone come together and kind of self-organize into this cohesive form. I mean, it's a fascinating social experiment anyway, this kind of decentralized structure that we're all kind of working to, and everyone coming together just naturally, forming these kind of ecosystems. And yeah, it's been really great to kind of be in here tonight and listen to everyone, get everyone's energy, like so many personalities, so many awesome people. And you can just tell the caliber of person that we're in this room with. Clearly good brains on your heads. And yeah, I mean, just humbled, because I am still, and once was, a community member. I'm still obviously a community member, but first and foremost, I started out in a similar position, and I've been fortunate enough to now work with the foundation directly, and I know that their ethos is now very much focusing on the community and building up the community and raising them up, most importantly in 2023 onwards. And yeah, a bunch of initiatives incoming that kind of getting rolling, and I just think it's a really exciting time to be part of this ecosystem, which is seeing a lot of success at the kind of enterprise level. But of course, a public blockchain and the community is 2 indispensable components. So, they're having the success at the top, and now it's about building up the base and creating this like powerful foundation. In our communications, keep using that term, building foundations, because the core of a blockchain is the community. That is, the key aspect of it. And you guys are a wicked bunch. So yeah, I'm looking forward to working with some of you and you guys seeing this progress, because of course, I guess people don't see what's going on all the time, and there can be certain perceptions of inaction or not caring, and that's just not the case. I mean, actions will speak louder than words. There's no point making nice sounding sound bites at this point. Just keep your eyes peeled. Next 3 to 6 months, lots of good stuff coming. So yeah, it's an honor to be here with you all. Had a great time. I'll be back next month, and yeah, let's discuss future space ideas, how we, me as the community rep can kind of raise you all up using our social channels that we have at our disposal. So you'll be hearing a lot more from me, and no doubt everyone here.
If that doesn't put on a smile on your face, I don't know what will. Everybody, can we get some hearts in the chat for the VeChain Foundation? It is unbelievable to have them working so close with our community here. And yes, actions speak louder than words, and I could not be more confident in the actions that you're getting ready to deliver. So thank you for what you've been doing. Thank you for your support on the space. We are way over time, but there are some hands here, and I want to make sure we get to them. So we are going to go around the horn, make sure we get these final comments in. If anybody has one last thing, now is the time to raise your hand or make a comment in the thread. But Safe Haven, Rob Nichols, and then Dragons of the West close us off tonight before we close out with the speakers.
Thank you so much, brother. I'm going to be quick. I know everybody's been here for a while. First and foremost, I wanted to give a huge shout out and thank you to VeChain. Y'all have definitely proven yourself. Actions are speaking louder than words. Y'all are coming in daily, showing interaction. I love the tweets that y'all are putting in between all the different projects. And next, I wanted to say, Lucas, I'm totally looking forward to having a chat about how we could work together with Exo Worlds. And thank you for your comment on SafeSwap. And lastly, Connor, brother, I am 100% on board with the ideology of getting other projects such as Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Polygon over to VeChain using SafeSwap. Touching on what you said, like imagine if you get a big project over to VeChain. Imagine if you get Decentraland, a big metaverse that's been around since like get-go, over to VeChain, to where now they can use fee delegation within their metaverse, because now they can create their smart contracts, because now Mana is a VIP 180 token. Let's make it happen, guys. Let's get it.
You can hear the excitement in Tyler's voice there at the end, team. Again, if that doesn't get you pumped, oh my gosh. I love this group of individuals we have. Holy shit. Man, we are, and the best part, and again, it sounds cliche, we are still just getting fucking started. Well, hey, Rob Nichols, anything to add there?
Yes, man. I want to first and foremost thank everybody for coming into the VeChain space. This has just like been absolutely incredible. I mean, there's just too many of my friends and family that are already in the space for me to be able to try to even give a shout out. But if you were already excited, I know I'm excited. I don't know about anybody else. And if you know me, I'm always excited. I'm always upbeat like this. But just to take just a little bit, I'm about to have you shift your gears just a little bit. I know everybody is familiar with all of the projects that are going on the VeChain space, on the VeChain blockchain, and all of the awesome stuff in Safe Haven, and it's just incredible. I mean, I can't even go into detail to even try to ask, but I'm about to shift your gears just a little bit, right? I am me. Many that know me, I'm a music artist, and I want people to know not only does VeChain has NFTs, VeChain has music.
Shit, that was me. Keep going.
My bad. I didn't see that. But we get ready to take this thing. I'm not sure if you heard the last thing I said. Not only does VeChain has NFTs, VeChain has music NFTs. And I am at the forefront, and it is my absolute mission to bring as much music to the VeChain blockchain as I possibly can. VeChain is I am going to be the first, I believe I am anyway, going to be the very first to bring a decentralized record label to the VeChain blockchain. I have so much new IRL utility that's coming next year to be able to expose the blockchain to hundreds of thousands of people in real life every single day. Have some things set up down in New Orleans directly on Bourbon Street, where there's hundreds of thousands of people that come through every single year to be able to see exactly what we're doing here on the VeChain. I have so much, the world of V and VC, and I'm so ready to work with the black market, VC, the new blockchain, the new marketplace. It's just, it is about to get insane. If you have never been exposed to music NFTs, you're about to be now. And my mission is to absolutely, because you heard about everything that they're doing on OpenSea and Royal.io and all of these other different blockchains that are doing facilitating music NFTs. Music NFTs are getting ready to completely disrupt the music industry, and I am going to make sure that VeChain is right in the center of it. I am so excited. I want to thank Kano. I want to thank my brother Satoshi for putting this on. I am a VeChain soldier to the absolute end. Thank you so much for the VeChain Foundation to coming in and spending this time with us as a community. And we are going to work this ecosystem beyond anybody's imagination. And this is just one of the new things that most people don't even recognize or even understand that's about to happen with VeChain. But VeChain is about to be the home of everything music NFTs. And wait till you see what I do with my 40 by 40 plot in Mad City. Oh, it's going to be silly.
Rob Nichols, can we get some hearts and some applause in the for this man? Man, like just when you
Woo!
think the energy's fading in this space, shit.
I want to say, who that, baby? Who
Yes.
that? New Orleans, yeah.
Damn right, Rob. This is fucking awesome. If you guys aren't following this man, you need to. This is what we're talking about when we're inspiring innovation in this space. He saw something that didn't exist here. Time to change that shit. And guess what? There are so many opportunities like that because this ecosystem is still new. I mentioned it just a few moments ago. We're still so early, but look at all the shit that we're working on. We are early with such a strong foundation. No pun intended, foundation. And I think that is, huge to have. And that's why I'm so excited for where this ecosystem is going, because we are getting ready to 1-2 clicks and viral. And that's how this shit usually works. And I couldn't be more excited for the position we're putting ourselves in right now. But Rob Nichols, huge shout out. Thank you for coming up and speaking. Let's hand it over to Dragons of the West, who I believe is our last hand of tonight.
Hey, Connor. Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me up here. I was popping in and out of the space earlier, and I saw that you guys were still going, and I just had to come up and say, I didn't catch all of it, but the parts that I did catch, it was great, man. You did a great job. Satoshi, Ferg, everybody that came up here, you all did a great job. These big community initiatives that you guys are doing over here, not just this space, but all the other things that you've talked about in this space today, is why I am also so bullish on VeChain. I mean, if someone asked me what NFT blockchain are you most bullish on right now, I don't know if VeChain or Chronos would be my number one. I don't know if I could pick for that. You guys are seriously doing a great job over here, and I do want to say the parts that I listened in on, I learned a lot, and I'm going to be applying it to my Chronos Town Hall next month. I'm also hosting a monthly space for Chronos. You guys are doing VeChain. We're doing Chronos because my project's on Chronos, but and you guys are what inspired me to do that. So I'm happy to be in this space talking to all of you right now, and I really do appreciate everything that you guys are doing, and also being these leaders in the space, because without you guys having this VetVember, I forget what it was called last month, but without you guys having that, I wouldn't have had my Chronos Town Hall, and I wouldn't be doing that every month. So you guys are doing a great job. Keep being pioneers, doing what VeChain people do. Love to see it. Everyone have a great rest of your day.
Dragons of the West, thank you so much. Can we get some hearts in the chat for Dragons of the West as they close us out here tonight? They had an awesome Chronos space that actually they invited me up to speak about what we've been doing here to the entire Crow fam. So super, super thankful for them to allow us to get some more eyes on this space, which I'm assuming we've got some Crow fam in here because of that. So thank you, Dragons of the West. And I think it's just funny that, not too long ago, we have King Solomon up here. The reason this space happened was because of somebody at Hedera. The reason your space happened is because somebody at VeChain. Who are you going to cause to create a new initiative?
Right?
I know.
It's like it's a chain effect, and I do want to say I see about 5 or 6 Chronos people as I'm scrolling through right now. I know it's getting a little late. Some people probably left. They were definitely in here at some points.
Love to hear that. Well, hey fam, it's been late. It's been a long space. We are 3.5 hours deep. But before we close out, I want to give our co-hosts a huge round of applause. Can we get some hearts and some applause in the chat for Satoshi and Ferg? 2 amazing co-hosts that I couldn't be more honored to have up here on these spaces. They did a great job on last month's, a great job on this one, and I couldn't be more excited to have them on the next. So huge shout out to them. Huge shout out to all of our speakers. Remember at the start of this space, We have, I think, 30 different projects participating in this right now, and it's only going to continue to grow. It is not something that I'm going to be the one here that causes this to succeed. Flame causes this to succeed. Lucas. No, it has to be a whole fucking group. Flame, yeah, you're pretty damn talented. Don't get me wrong. Same thing, Lucas. But we got to be here together. And this is why, again, this space couldn't get me more fucking bullish on VeChain. So I just have to thank you all for joining us. I know it's been a very, very long evening, but Satoshi, Ferg, anything that you have to, wrap up here, and let's see if you two get this right.
Yeah, I'll take it before Ferg does. No, I mean, look, this was an awesome space, and thank you to everybody who showed up, and thank you to all the projects and people who came together to make it happen. We're definitely going to be having these monthly. It's not going to be so. It's not always going to be so organized. It will be organized in a way because we do want to hit on major points and action items and those sorts of things. But in the future, we want to hear more from the community. What do you guys want to see? What do you like? What's working? What's not working? Any ideas that you have that you would like to see implemented or executed by projects or people or whatever? We want to make it an open forum for everybody. This really is for the community. That's kind of why we're here, is to make this a better place for everybody in this space. So, but it was a fun time. The giveaways were amazing. So shout out to all the projects who donated to that, giving back to our community. I think that's really important, just to make sure that they know that they're the reason why all this is possible, man. Everything we do is for the community. Without them, these projects wouldn't be up here. So much love, everybody. Thank you for the time. Thank you for being here. Looking forward to the next one.
Ferg, what do you got?
Yeah, no, just kind of, I should have gone first because Sig just crushed it. You motherfuck. Yeah, no, this is awesome, and it's great to get so many people in here. So many different projects, different people came up to speak. There were some names that Satoshi tried to pronounce that I've never even heard of before. So if nothing else, they saw VeChain somewhere and they applied, and they have wallets, and they signed them up. So that's awesome. I like to close it the same way I did last time, with just trying to push the narrative of like and retweet. Like Satoshi said, you don't have to do, if someone replies to something or whatever, you don't have to do everything. But if you see a project tweet something, like it, retweet it. Excuse me. It's only going to help the ecosystem. So, yeah. Other than that, my phone is about 94,000 degrees right now, so I think it's about to explode. But it's been really fun. It's been an honor to co-host with Connor and Sig.
Berg, thank you so much. Satoshi, thank you so much. It was an honor having you all up here. Speakers, thank you for joining us tonight. Just to close things out, I want to go over some of the things that were covered and some of the main takeaways. So we covered a lot in this 3.5 hours. For our first action item of onboarding resources for VeChain, there was 5 key takeaways. It looks like we're going to be creating a new kind of step with recommendations for onboarding wallets that once they've been onboarded, here's how you can protect your assets with something like Safe Haven's products of inheritance. We're also going to be talking more about fee delegation and what that really means here, because I don't think it's highlighted enough in the ecosystem from what we've been talking about. The other thing, keeping things simple. So easy to say, but I think so hard to do. When you're looking at, oh, this piece of content makes sense to me, does it make sense to you because you know all the fucking acronyms in it? Is that person that has never interacted with blockchain also going to be able to understand it? Probably not. So keep it simple. On top of that, we are going to definitely look more into Yeet Your Tweets. Shout out to Data. Definitely going to be checking that out, as well as a possible space with the Hedera blockchain doing something like this in the future. So we'll be talking about those items. Now, when it comes to Stocktwits, which was our second portion of tonight, we are going to talk about a few things here. One, posting on that vet.x channel and not posting ads, posting content, posting educational material, posting things about actual progress rather than look at this cool PFP and nothing behind it. Because that group of individuals needs to get that education to understand why this place matters. On top of that, in this section, we talked a little bit about the VeChain Foundation's involvement with this community and how to get the name out there. Well, we're going to be bringing back VeChain Thursdays, which is from the sound of it. So we'll be coordinating that with a few individuals, see what that starts to look like. And then when it comes to our, second to last action item of the night, qualifying new projects, I think this was a really interesting discussion. It looks like we're going to try and form some kind of council or some kind of group and some kind of standard process to ask new projects in this community that are entering core questions, to almost make them explain what they're doing in a constructive manner and help them come to a conclusion themselves that this is possible, as well as this is realistic, and here's actually what's needed to make it happen. So I think that's going to be really beneficial. And then the last thing was working with the VeChain Foundation. There was 3 core action items here. One was moving forward with collaborating with UCO Network and finding a way to have our NFTs interact with enterprise smart contracts that are tracking cooking oil shipments and validating them with a visual elements related to a certain type of NFT. The example I used was No Nerds has claimed that they want their NFT picture to be associated with the crappiest shipment grade that is provided by this enterprise smart contract. So that can paint a picture for you. On top of that, we're going to be scaling up into startup grind and just involvement with Web2 companies of a smaller scale, because VeChain is built for business, like we've said. They're working with some giant enterprise companies, but these smaller ones can also see value. How do we start to, explore that and bring more of these smaller startups into this ecosystem? And then the last thing was talking about this Twitter account for VeChain leaders that support big projects. Maybe we create some kind of automated Twitter that's liking and retweeting all major updates from some of the leading project accounts here in the ecosystem to just get more eyes on it, as well as one central location where if you wanted to scroll through their timeline, you could get updates on everything happening in this ecosystem. So I know I just went through a lot, but we had a 3.5-hour space, so there was a lot to talk about. I'll be summarizing this in a document to share with a lot of the leaders as well as the foundation. Stay tuned, because like I said, this space is going to happen once a month. And on this next one, here's a little alpha for you. I'm working with vCalendar. It sounds like we're going to bring back the VFam Awards that was hosted last year and do it on this next space. So stay tuned. There will be some updates there, but really excited for it. Again, thank you all for joining us tonight. Awesome, awesome discussion. Shout out to all of our project leaders, all of our listeners, everybody that was part of the VFam tonight. And if you haven't gotten a VeChain wallet set up, you might want to change that. Team, thank you all for this evening. Have a great rest of your nights. We'll see you around Discord. We'll see you around Twitter. We'll see you around Stocktwits tomorrow. Thank you all.
Much love, everybody. Vote
Bye,
for me.
everybody.
Vote for me next month. Vote for me.